We are live at Coletco for Saturday night. Saturday night's live Facebook record sale. Last sale we're going to be having of the week. We heavily debated whether we should have one or not, but we kind of met in the middle and said we would. We met in the middle and said we would have an abbreviated sale, just so we could be live, entertain you tonight on Saturday night. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to try to do whatever I can to sell you records. Let me get this shared in all the proper outlets. It's kind of an odd day for us. We had my mom had to have off this morning, which I came and opened the store. And I didn't sleep for very long, so I left like midday, took a quick nap, slept longer than I should have. That tells me I was very tired. So I just got here about 5-10 minutes ago. And I figured we could go live, get some stuff sold, wrap it up for the week, and then me and Tanner, well, Tanner's already been doing it, but I've got to key in basically probably half of everything that we've sold tonight. So I'm going to be here very late. I plan on keying in music, keying in these records, listening to music probably till the sun comes up, literally. That's why we're having to stop early. And I'll explain all that again. But like I said, we've been essentially down 3 people for the last almost 2 weeks now. That's going to change hopefully it'll definitely change next week. We'll have somebody back, and then we plan on making a hire. And we won't have we'll be more like a 6 nights a week steady flow. My goal is by the end of the month to have like a regular schedule where it's like boom, boom, boom. Y'all know we're going to be live. Y'all know we're going to be here. You can count on it. Saw Greg today in the store. Saw Ryan Rice for the first time. Saw Michael McDowell for the first time. Leslie Holt was in here. Who else? Uh-oh, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. They're going to be like, I guess Chad forgot about me. Let's see here. There's a whole lot of records. Let me get this shared in a couple other groups. And if y'all know any groups that I can share our feed in that's allowed, let us know. But send us a message, or you can share it in there yourself, actually. If you know a group you can share this in, just share it in there. So a lot of groups don't allow it, okay? It's groups like ours. They're their own sellers, they're businesses, or mostly just Facebook sellers. There's a couple actual businesses that have, their own group too. They probably don't want our feed in there. We don't really share their feeds, but you do know just an overall record group, let me know. So, okay. Who else did I see in here? Did I meet Greg? Let's see. Greg Baldwin, Leslie came in, Ryan Rice, Michael McDowell. There's somebody when the store first opened. Of course, yesterday I got to saw Michael Nath. Figure out that. Okay. Let's sell some records. I've got vintage I'm going to do on sale. We may run through one of these punk crates. And then I did a lot of sorting today with new vinyl. I didn't have a whole lot of time to do much of anything. But I did organize some new vinyl, and I ran across a few things I want to discount. I haven't had these too long, but I don't think I've sold any since I've got them in. So I'm going to go ahead and discount them. I figure these would be more popular. I've got the 5 original ones I've had almost now for 2 months. I'm going to mark them down to $29.99, and that's Blind Melon Soup. Blind Melon Soup, $29.99. They were a music on vinyl pressing that was originally $38.99. So, yeah, I still think I've got those 5 original ones that I ordered a couple months ago. Hadn't sold a single one. Let's see if we can sell some for $29.99. That's Blind Melon Soup, new sealed music on vinyl pressings, $29.99. First sale of the night, I just saw Angela Chesney wants a Warrant Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Let me go ahead and show those as well, because I made a post. I took a picture of all of our bins today, and I sold like 5 copies of Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. I sold several copies of The Cure Wish, and that's what's going on. So, okay, there is Warrant, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. That is sold to Angela Chesney. And we do have one Blind Melon claim. I've got one gone. I may have to push these really hard all night to get all 5 sold. Blind Melon Soup. I remember this went out of stock from Music on Vinyl for a while, and they were kind of hard to get. People were asking for this and Blind Melon Nico, and we couldn't get them. So $29.99 on that, Tanner. Of course, Warrant is sticker price. Let me actually show that again. Here is a copy of Warrant, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. This is $44.99. This is the only pressing I have in stock, and it's a limited edition 3,000 numbered copies on crystal clear vinyl. That is $44.99. So that's sold to Angela Chesney. We got $29.99 on Blind Melon to Kelly Cook. Susie wants one for $29.99. Kelly Gabney wants a cherry pie. I've got those right here too. And Tony Shore wants the Cure Wish. Yeah, there's always people asking about this. Most people ask, not a lot of people claim it, but I'll tell you the story and then it might change your mind. Tony Shore wants a copy, or excuse me, Kelly Gabney got a cherry pie. Here is Tony Shore's The Wish. This, before it got reissued, this got reissued for Rhino, Start Your Ear Off Right, this was a very hard to get record, hundreds of dollars. This is a 2LP 30th Anniversary Edition, $44.99. 2LP 40th Anniversary Edition, $44.99. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. There's one for Tony Shore. And let's sell another copy of Warrant to Jeffrey Blevins. That's Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Commonly abbreviated as DRFSR. No, DRFSR. That's sold to Jeffrey. All right. Blind Melon Soup, 3 copies left that were on sale. I'll figure out here in a minute some of the other stuff that I'm going to put on sale. They're over here in the ABC order. Until then, let's go through this first crate of new vinyl, and then I'll start grabbing some vintage stuff to put on sale. Did I miss something? Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's go through this crate, then I'll start putting up some auctions. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Quick and fast sale tonight. The vintage stuff we put up will be all on sale. No new arrivals tonight. It will be all on sale vintage stuff. And I'll start some auctions here in a second. Luke Combs, this one's for you too. Luke Combs is $33.99. This one's for you too. Dave Matthews Band, Remember Two Things. Dave Matthews Band, Remember Two Things. That is $44.99 for Dave Matthews Band, Remember Two Things. Alice in Chains, this is a live unofficial. This is the 1990 concert, which is essentially a live facelift, their first album. $24.99. Do you have a Seal 62? I'm looking for 2014 set. I don't have those right now. No, I do not. Do not have those right now. Jeff McMaster wants a copy of The Cure Wish. I'm down to 4 copies of that now. I had an entire bin of them. I've got 2 copies left. The Cure Wish, $44.99. There's one to Jeff McMaster. The Beastie Boys, License to Ill. That is a 30th Anniversary Edition, $36.99. John, I can get those. I can let you know a price. They're in stock. I just seen them the other day. The blue and the red, new sealed. I don't order them because, as you know, I have so many Japanese pressings. I mean, we still have an entire crate of Japanese red, 62 to 66, and I don't order those because they're almost $50 retail, and I think some people would rather have the Japanese, but I can get those for you if you're interested. Shepherd Michael and Beastie Boys. Austin, we just sold the Alice in Chains. That was a live Sheraton Arena 1990. That's sold to Robin, and we got Shepherd on the Beastie Boys. Here's another Alice in Chains. This one's available. This is a live show from 1992, Oakland, California. This has stuff from Facelift and Dirt on it. That's $24.99. These are colored vinyl unofficials, $24.99. So, only thing left so far in here is Luke Combs, Dave Matthews Band, Alice in Chains. We got Prince, the classic Purple Rain album. Now, this is a fairly common record, but it's an instant seller, just like Michael Jackson's Thriller. Biggest selling album of all time, but we just don't have them laying around. They sell instantly. So a lot of people settle for this. Plus, this is a really good sounding pressing. This is a remaster that was overseen personally by Prince in 2015, and that includes a poster that came with the original. That is $31.99. Robin Pruitt wants the other Alice in Chains, so I've got one of those left. Robin gets that one. Is the Beastie Boys a Japanese? No, the Beastie Boys is a new sealed pressing, 30th anniversary remaster. Chris Pruitt wants a copy of Soup. These are on sale tonight. If anybody wants some Soup, Soup is on sale for $29.99. Blind Melon Soup, and that is $29.99. Originally $38. Like I said, I had 5 of those. I hadn't sold a single one, so now they're $29.99. That's sold to Chris Pruitt, and then the 2 Prince albums are sold to Kelly Gabney and Angela Leckington. Prince and Prince, those are gone. I don't have any more. I got to get more. Primus, selling the Seas of Cheese. Now, we have an in-house Primus fan. That's Doug Page. And this album was tough to get before they did a repressing of it. And that is $36.99. $36.99. Selling the Seas of Cheese. $36.99. Interested in Japanese Cure. Yeah, I don't see many Japanese Cure albums. That's something I don't see too often. Did I remember 2 things get shipped? Chip Hall, I'm not for sure. But just in case, I'll set this one aside. And I will make sure that if you were supposed to get a replacement, that way we don't accidentally sell that one because it may be out of stock. Kelly Gabney wants Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Primus, that's gone. I may have another one around here somewhere. Chris Stapleton, I did a restock of his catalog this week. This is his From Room A Volume 1, which, you know, when I first heard Chris Stapleton, I think I heard this right here, Broken Halos, and I was like, whoa. It's like one of those Goosebump type songs when he first starts singing. $33.99. Did everybody see him do the national anthem at the Super Bowl? I've watched that probably 20 times. Unbelievable. Never heard it like that before. Chris Stapleton, $33.99. Pink Floyd, this is one of their later albums. It's called The Final Cut. They had several releases after this, but this came out in 1983. $34.99. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. That's a remaster. If you don't have that in your Pink Floyd remaster collection, $34.99. Muddy Waters Folk Singing. Folk Singer. This is an Analog Productions pressing. That's why it's $49.99. And that is amazing. Amazing stuff there. So anytime we get anything Analog Productions in, I always keep at least one of them. They're such great pressings. When they go out of stock, you know, they could go out of print. By the way, I got a surprise restock from them coming, and I thought these were out of print. The artist, I'll give you a hint, it's something you walk through. Maybe you can figure out that riddle. But I'm getting a shipment of those from Analog Productions, and I was like, whoa, I thought those were out of stock. They're quite pricey right now. That one sold to Shepherd Michael. Another one, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood. This is a 2 LP, 45 RPM. We sold one last night. This is the last one I have left. This is Texas Flood, Stevie Ray Vaughan. That is $69.99. Siamese Dream, Smashing Pumpkins. I sold one of these in the store today. While I was here, I convinced somebody they needed one. I was like, listen, this is great stuff. $99.99. Siamese Dream, $99.99. I played them a sample of Quiet on that album, and they was like, okay, I'll take it. $99.99. Ryan Foster on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Robbie, I just sold it. These are $69.99, but I think I can take a waiting list for this because I may be getting more of these already. I back ordered a bunch of these. Stevie Ray Vaughan is $69.99. I just sold this one to Ryan Foster. He was first, but if you want one, Robbie, I can take your name down. And then from the Americana department, we have Zach Bryan Deanne, and this is $29.99. Zach Bryan Deanne, $29.99. Those were tough to get. As you see, we got a bunch of them. I have an entire crate full of them. $29.99. Let's put Robbie Matthew down for a Stevie Ray Vaughan Texas Flood. Analog Productions, 2 LP, 45 RPM. Shane Berry wants a Zach Bryan Deanne. We had a pre-commitment post for these when I realized I was getting some back in stock. I don't think it was a real expensive record on Discogs. They were just really hard to get. One hadn't been listed in a long time. They were like $39, $42. These are $29.99, and I've got a bunch of them. And then the album of the week, the new Metallica album, $39.99. That is 72 Seasons. I only have black vinyl. And I think this is about all we have left right here. Metallica 72 Seasons. The Smashing Pumpkins is $99.99. That is Siamese Dream, $99.99. Siamese Dream is just the price on that, 2 LP. It's the deluxe packaging, but this album is just kind of so in demand. That's just kind of always been market price on it. So it's just 2 LP, $100, Siamese Dream. That's what I've been selling them for quite some time now. Michael McDowell, I mentioned you earlier today, Michael. Everybody that came in the store. Chris Kirkley wants a Zach Bryan. Do you have a Smashing Pumpkins Gish? I do. I just filled up the Smashing Pumpkins alphabetical section. I've got Gish, Adore, Siamese Dream, Melancholy, and I guess I sold out of Pisces Iscariot because I cannot find it anymore. All right, we wiped out quite a bit of stuff in there. One more time, and I'm going to go grab some auctions to get started tonight. We have Luke Combs. This one's for you too. He played in Nashville last night. $33.99, Luke Combs. Bridgestone, no, he played in Nissan Stadium. He's kind of big. He filled up a stadium in Nashville. For those that's not completely in tune with country music, he's kind of a big deal. $33.99. Alice in Chains, live, 1992, $24.99. We have Chris Stapleton from Roommate Volume 1. Speaking of Nissan Stadium, he's playing there with George Strait this summer, $33.99. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut, $34.99. Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, $99.99. And we have Zach Bryan, Deanne, $29.99 tonight as well. Yeah, he's playing there again tonight. That's correct. 2 nights at Nissan Stadium. Metallica, 72 Seasons, $39.99. Metallica, 72 Seasons. Okay, did I miss anything? Jeffrey, let me know if you want Gish. They're $39.99. Just say Gish sold, or if anybody else wants one. Mitchell, last night we had a Almond Brothers Eat a Peach. It was pink vinyl and blue vinyl. I think we sold that. They're $54.99. And Peter Policino, Zach Bryan is Deanne. Chad, I ordered Dirt Redo the other day, but I know my son already ordered 2. We only need 1 copy. If it's on this week's invoice, we can take it off. We can take that off. Jeffrey says Gish sold. Jeff Johnson wants a Zach Bryan. And yes, I know y'all, I'm about to bring his stuff over here because I sold one today in the store. Somebody was like, man, you need to let people know you've got these. They're hard to get. And I hadn't checked them on Discogs, but they come in waves. That's Tyler Childers. I'll show you those in just a second. But this is about the closest thing. If you want to try something new, this is about the closest thing I can tell you. Tyler Childers, that's in that Americana category, $29.99. That's sold to Jeff Johnson. It's in the actual S's. Smashing Pumpkins is. So yeah, just send us a message if you need to put that back. And I need to put these front and center, and I'll show them right quick, let everybody know what we have in stock. Because I also made a post today, or yesterday, and someone was like, man, you've got Country Squire. And I know for a while those were out of stock, but I figured everybody had them that wanted one. But I guess not. I guess not. So we have Tyler Childers' Purgatory. So if you want any of these, just say the name of the album. We have Purgatory, $26.99. We have my favorite, Live on Red Barn. That's $26.99. Tyler Childers Live on Red Barn. That's $26.99. And then Country Squire was out of print for quite some time. $34.99 for Country Squire. And then his most recent album, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? $64.99. And Long Violent History. Long Violent History. That's also $26.99. Tyler Childers. So Long Violent History, Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? Country Squires, $34.99. And then Red Barn and Purgatory are $26.99. Just so you know. I like being in the store some days. I can actually see what people's like asking for and looking for. I'm like, yeah, we've got Tyler Childers. Yeah, we got Smashing Pumpkins. Of course, I knew those were always been popular. All right, let me grab a crate over here. We're going to do probably some discount or maybe even half off. I think instead of buy it now, best offer, I think sometimes just half off works best. Yeah, Melancholy's $199.99. We've got 4 copies left. Somebody bought a Led Zeppelin Mothership. I noticed a slot over there the other day missing. It was Led Zeppelin Mothership. If anybody's interested in Mothership, I think they're I can't remember exactly, so I'll go check though. Let me see what we've got in here. Let's do some, let me see what's in this crate. We might do a random, we might get crazy over here and do one of these random. Let's see here. Ooh. Well, this has got a really good record in it. I'm going to leave it in here, and we're going to do this crate half off. We'll warm up with this one. Let me see what's down here below it. We might do this one too. This looks like stuff from February, early February. We may have already been back through it. Buy it now, best offer. And before we put it in the back in general inventory, we'll go ahead and discount them probably about as good as I can get them. So we got some vintage half off here. Tanner, are you ready? Tanner says he's ready. All right, Mike Post wants a copy of Purgatory. We're going to pull that. Thank you, Mike Post. I got you a copy of Purgatory. We sold one, Tyler. I won't go through my full endorsement on Tyler Childers tonight. We don't have enough time, but we will eventually. I'm still trying to get a hold of the guy. I'd like him to play out here in the parking lot, shut down the city of Lebanon. Blind Melon Soup. First thing I showed tonight, on sale. 2 copies left, $29.99. I don't have auctions yet, but I'll go get some in 1 second. Okay, we have half off vintage stuff. Half off vintage stuff. Jimmy Ball wants a Blind Melon, $29.99. One left. Cal Jader, Gazami Pi Oro Ya. Cal Jader, $10. I'll be telling you the half off price, okay? 8th day, 8th day. In shrink wrap, now just $25. 8th day on the Invictus. That's in shrink wrap. That's a pretty desirable record. James Taylor, That's Why I'm Here. James Taylor's in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Near mint copy, $7.50. Trooper, 2 knockouts from Trooper. That's a promo, $5. Matt Ketron wants the other Blind Melon Soup. That's sold to Matt Ketron. That's on sale for $29.99. Michael Nath, first to JT. That's Mr. James Taylor. I've seen him in concert. Boy, talk about goosebumps. When he walked out on stage with Jackson Brown, actually before his concert, I was like, wow, there he is in the flesh, James Taylor. I had goosebumps, Tanner. It was quite something. And then, of course, Jackson Brown was phenomenal. John Porter, second on James Taylor. Jimmy Ball, third. Doc Smith wants the Cal Jader. That is sold to Doc Smith. We have Joe Cocker from A to Z. From A to Z, that's a 12-inch promo. $5 on the Joe Cocker 12-inch single. Zappa with the London Symphony Orchestra Volume 1. $25. Has the original inner sleeve. $25 on that. Here's the one I was talking about. Stevie Ray Vaughan picture disc. $64.99. Half off of that. $32.50 for the Stevie Ray Vaughan picture disc. That's not bad at all, since I think I've already sold a couple at full sticker before. Ryan Foster on Zappa. Michael McDowell, you were second. David Sweevil, third. Jimmy Ball, first to Stevie Ray Vaughan. We should just put that one up for auction. Keep things interesting. Jimmy Ball, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Michael Nath, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Kyle Gregory, Chris. Aaron Gardner wants the 8th day. And Robbie, looks like you were 5th on Stevie Ray Vaughan. You got to be fast here. This looks like a bootleg. Who do we have here? This has got to be the Beatles. Yeah. Soldier, or some, maybe John Lennon. $20 after the half off. I'll be on my way. Well, Till There Was You, that's Ed Sullivan. That's definitely the Beatles. But I Got a Woman and Soldier of Love, I thought those were Lennon songs. So this is, I don't know, that might be a mix of Beatles and Lennon boots. I'm not for sure. But $20 after the half off. Emmylou Harris, Quarter Moon in a 10-cent town. $7.50 for Emmylou Harris. That's $7.50. Matt Ketron says he'll take the Beatles boot. That's sold to Matt. Archive of British Archive series, Blues for Collectors. $12.50, that half off. Look at all these artists. Wow, like Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page. That is $12.50. Mike McGinnis wants the Emmylou Harris. Leslie Holt was second. Chili Whack, Lights from the Valley. $5 on Chili Whack, Lights from the Valley. Doug Kershaw, Ragin' Cajun. $10. Makes me hungry for some reason. What do we have here? No Alarms, Deja Vu. Looks like it's autographed. No Alarms, Deja Vu, autographed, $5. I'm assuming it's autographed. It looks like, oh, if I don't drop it, looks like it's autographed. I don't think that's part of the cover. Yeah, I think that's actually on there. I wanted to jump out of my hands. Jimmy Ball, first on the Blues comp. Robert Johnson, second. Chris DeMoss, third. Ron Phillips, fourth. Red Square, born in the USSR. Red Square, $5. And Neil Young, Rust Never Sleeps. That is $17.50. Neil Young, Rust Never Sleeps. Very nice copy. Original inner sleeve. We have a Roulette, distributed by Roulette Records, hype sticker that fell off of something. That's unfortunate. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, $10. Nilsson Sings Newman. Harry Nilsson Sings Newman, $10. And the Beach Boys, 10 Years of Harmony, 2LP, $15. The Beach Boys, 10 Years of Harmony, $15. Gloria on Rust Never Sleeps by Neil Young. That's so to Gloria. Sherry Darnell wants Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Joe Sloop, you were second. Elvis, Moody Blue on blue vinyl, of course, $17.50. Boy, that feels like 180 gram. It's not, of course. This is a 77 blue vinyl, and that is $17.50. $17.50. James Taylor, Mudslide Slim, Green Warner Brothers label. Green Warner Brothers label, probably a first press. It's a gatefold, very clean. That is $12.50. $12.50. Glad All Over, the Dave Clark 5 All Time's Greatest Hits. It has promo stickers on it. It is a white label promo, 2LP, $20. That is a white label promo, $20. Cranberry Sauce, first on, Cranberry Sauce, first on Harry Nilsson. What's the songs on the Dirt Band? That has already sold. John Young has personally endorsed the Beach Boys album. Leslie Holt wants Moody Blue by Elvis Presley. Ron Phillips first to James Taylor. Michael McDowell was second. And Jared, you were second to Harry Nilsson. The Living Legend of Roy Orbison, $10 on that. Wayne Titsworth was first to Dave Clark 5. And Jim Nielsen was second. Roy Orbison, Regeneration. Roy Orbison, $10. Bill Haley Scrapbook. Bill Haley Scrapbook, recorded live at the bitter end. That's a 2LP, and that is $7.50. Janie Ellenberg, first on Roy Orbison. Janie, let me know if you want Regeneration, The Living Legend, or knowing Janie, she's probably going to say both, or at least I hope she does. Hey, there's another one. Laminar Flow, $10 for Roy Orbison, and Roy Loney, or Looney? I guess that's Loney. And the Phantom Movers. That is $17.50. $17.50. That is the Scientific Bombs Away. That is $17.50. She said all. I like that word even more. That is all three sold to Janie Ellenberg. Roy Orbison. That's her man, along with Tom Petty. Harpo Slim. Not Harpo. Is it Harpo Slim? Harpo Marx. Harpo Marx. That is $10. $10. The Winans, or the Winans, Winans maybe. That might make more sense. $5. The City, $12.50. The City. That's I don't know if that's a promo, but it's a white label. Now that everything's been said, that is $12.50. Brian C. first to Harpo. Doc Smith wants the Winans. The Winans. That's so to Doc Smith. Woody Woodbury, Look at Love and Life. Woody Woodbury is $5. Judy, That's Entertainment. Judy Garland. We had one the other night, and I got confused on my Judys. This is Judy Garland, $5. That's Entertainment. Judy Garland. Rita Coolidge, Love Me Again. Rita is $5. Lou Reed, New Sensations, now $17.50. Lou Reed, $17.50. Leslie Holt on the Judy Garland. That's sold to Judy Garland. Bill Haley, price and condition. The Bill Haley is $7.50. It's a VG Plus cover, and we don't have any condition notes on the vinyl. Very clean. Donnie Moore, first to Rita Coolidge. So in the ultrasonic cleaner drying right now, I've got a Led Zeppelin RL pressing. I've got 2 or 3 near mint Kiss records, and I've got a Beatles 67 to 70 and 62 to 66 box set. So if y'all give me a second in between crates, I'll go pull some of those off the ultrasonic, bring them over here, and we'll auction them. They were really nice records that I ultrasonic, except for the Led Zeppelin. It's like I hadn't got to listen to it. I may not auction that one tonight. Don't get your hopes up, because I wanted to test play it and really figure out which one I have. We've got 7 RL pressings right now. They're all VG, VG plus, or VG minus, and I want to test play them to give you an accurate, thorough, what it is, what pressing, what's wrong with it, how it sounds. So I was really wanting to go into detail on these, but I don't have any mint ones. Okay, I don't have any $1,000 ones, but I've got some that if you want one for your collection, these will be put up for auction. Okay, so Rita Coolidge went to Donnie Moore. Fred Carnell does want the Bill Haley. Philip Shoemaker wants City. Philip Shoemaker on City. Was that something in here? The City, maybe. Sell that to Philip Shoemaker. And Jeff McMaster wants the Roy Loney. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. I don't think I missed any other claims in there. If I did, just send them again. Had a couple KISS comments. Hoyt Axton, Road Songs. This is the best of Hoyt Axton. Has the original Ernest Tubb record shop. Famous record shop down in Nashville, Broadway. That is sealed, $12.50. Never been open. Judy, London, 1969. This is $5. Now this is the one. Is this the one that was Judy Garland too? Yeah, I think this is the same crate I got mixed up on my Judys that night. I think I was saying Judy. I don't know which one I was getting mixed up with it, but that is Judy Garland, right? Because it has Over the Rainbow. That has to be her. That one sold to Mike Vandergets. Michael Nath was second. David Tate was first to the Hoyt Axton. Mike McGinnis, you were second. The Fugs' first album, $25 after the half off. The Fugs' first album, $25 after the half off. And Walk the Moon. Walk the Moon is sealed with Hop Sticker from 1987, $10 on that. And Anthony Phillips' Private Parts and Pieces. Anthony Phillips, $7.50. Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass, south of the border, $10 for Herb Albert. If we put out a Herb Albert album, it's going to be stone mint, okay? Otherwise, they go into the discount bins because there's only 20 million of them out there. But those are really nice if we put them out, guaranteed. Original inner sleeves, etc. Jimmy Ball on Walk the Moon. Oh, before that, let me do this in order. Fred Carnell got the Fugs. That is Fugs. There is some storms moving in. Yeah, somebody, Ken Crooker is in St. Louis. He said it was storming there bad. I guess they're heading east, Memphis, and then I guess probably later tonight it'll be here. Jimmy Ball wants Walk the Moon, and Donnie Moore on Herb Albert. Well, I've got another Herb. Let's see if Donnie or anybody wants this one. 9th. Herb Albert 9th, and that's also $10. Now, a lot of people make fun of the Whipped Cream album. We have no copies right now. No copies. And y'all know how many records we buy. We have, it's amazing. People want that album. And if nice mint copies, they're not too easy to get. I mean, I see them at thrift stores. Yes, I haven't been in a thrift store, though, in probably 2 years. But that's the thrift store record everybody makes fun of. But I haven't seen one in there the last few times I've been to a Goodwill. And if you see them, they're kind of beat up. If you see them, they're kind of beat up. So that's what happens. So Donnie Moore. I think Donnie Moore was first to this one, too. He was. Donnie Moore was first to this Herb Albert as well. There should be a Roman numeral on that Anthony Phillips. Can you find it? A Roman numeral. Anthony Phillips, Private Parts and Pieces, PVC Records. A Roman numeral. That's going to be like an I, a V, or a C, or an M. Is it on the vinyl? Maybe if you can give me a clue of its location. Justin, you were second on Herb Albert. Robin says she'll give 10 for Beach Boys. Give me 1 second on that. Want the 9th. Okay, that was Herb Albert. That's already sold. And let's see here. Okay, Mahalia Jackson. That's $7.50. Columbia 2i Mono. Very nice copy. $7.50 for Mahalia. And Mahalia Jackson, Every Time I Feel the Spirit. That's also on Columbia. This actually may be a 6i. This is a little bit older. No, it's also a 2i Mono. That is $5 from Mahalia. And Count Basie, 88 Basie Street, $10. 88 Basie Street, $10. Okay, Michael Bohannon wants the Lou Reed. That's sold to Michael Bohannon at half off. Doc Smith was first to Mahalia Jackson. Doc, let me know if you want this one or that one. And they're both half off, or you can take both of them. Jim said Elvis for 10. I think all the Elvis is gone. All the Elvis is gone. Leslie, you were second to Mahalia Jackson. Jamie Butler wants Count Basie. So we had a $10 offer on the Beach Boys. Go ahead and sell that to, was it Robin Pruitt? Yes, go ahead and sell the Beach Boys for $10 to Robin Pruitt. And let me go through these. Not much left. Doc Smith wants this Mahalia Jackson. Okay, sell that to Doc Smith. That means, Leslie, if you want this one, you can say MJ sold, and that's yours if you want it. Or anybody else. You can go ahead and comment. You can be next after Leslie. Let's see, the Anthony Phillips, let me know on that one. Anthony, or Austin, excuse me. And she said sold on MJ. That's not Michael Jordan. That's not Michael Jackson. That's Mahalia Jackson. So here's what's left in this bin. Before I grab another one, we need to get some auctions rolling. We have 2 knockouts from Trooper. That's a 12-inch single promo from Trooper, the band Trooper. That's $5. The MCA promo single, let me get to that, Tony. We have a Capitol Records 12-inch single promo. That's from Joe Cocker, A to Z, $5, double-sided. Colin, no, you were second to the Fugs. My bad. Chili Whack, Lights from the Valley, $5 on Chili Whack. Doug Kershaw, Raging Cajun, $10. This is No Alarms, Deja Vu, autographed on colored vinyl, $5. Red Square, Born in the USSR, United Socialist Republic, that is $5 for Red Square. And Woody Woodbury is $5. And then Anthony Phillips, Private Parts and Pieces. Austin may want that, if not, $7.50. Okay, so first to Trooper was Gary Samuels. Joe Cocker sold to Tony Shore. Mike McGinnis, you were second on that. And then Tony said, that was, let me figure out, that might have just been a miscue. So that's Anthony Phillips, Woody Woodbury, Red Square, That Record, Doug Kershaw, and Chili Whack. Only thing left in there. That crate got obliterated. Leslie's going to take a chance on the Deja Vu. She may know what it is. Now, there's only one thing that I pulled out of there because I thought it would be, of course, I left the Stevie Ray Vaughan. John Stevens, you were next on that, but it was this right here. Let me get the price. I hate to do half off on this, but I'll do $10 off, and that's on this Elvis Presley Story box set. So $19.99. That's the only thing I pulled out. I was like, man, I hate to sell that for half off because it's a really good compilation of Elvis music. $19.99, and we had $29.99 on it. That is $19.99. Sell that to Michael McDowell. Custom price on that, $19.99. $19.99. Any CCK auctions in the future? Yes, not this upcoming week, but probably by the week after that, we may have something going on. Leslie Holt is second to the Elvis story. All right, let me go through this crate here. Just really quick, it's some new vinyl, but it may be some stuff you did not know we had. David Tate was third on the Elvis, and then I'll grab another bin of half off. Let me pull some of these off the ultrasonic cleaner, so give me a 5-second timeout for a second. 5-second timeout. We do have a punk crate to go through. I'm going to make sure we have a minimum of 5 punk buyers on, and we can go through that. Let me see what I got over here. Ace Frehley. Let me see what's on the ultrasonic cleaner. Ace Frehley, The Best of the Doors. Let me go ahead and pull this one off. We'll bring it over here and go ahead and auction it. Let me get some new anti-static sleeves and find the covers to these. When these are being pulled for ultrasonic cleaning, I have to separate the covers, you know, and then I got to relocate them, and I sometimes try to clean the covers if it's needed and get these absolutely nice. But I didn't get to hand dry these. I like to hand dry them, but I didn't get to on this batch. Here's our first 2 auctions. Let me bring over Kiss Alive. There's Ace Frehley. I'll put him, we'll do him later so we don't get Kiss records mixed up. Now let me bring over the Doors and Doors. Now the Doors is check condition. It had one side, unfortunately, it's kind of scuffed up or something, but we'll show that right now. So, okay. Let's see what the Best of the Doors looks like. Let me show you the cover for this one. Here's the Best of the Doors gatefold. Jim Morrison there on the front. Great compilation. This is a club pressing. Now, let's see. Let's start here with side 4. It has one scuff there, a non-feeler. Side 3 looks really, really nice. So disc 2 is really, really nice. And by the way, this is a German pressing. I think this is a German pressing. And then disc 1, side 2 is the one that has, disc 1 has, unfortunately, this is like a VG plus. Side 1's a VG plus. And side 2 is like a VG, maybe even a VG minus. It has a couple fillable marks. So very unfortunate for side 2 there. They really like side 2, which is odd. It's not any of the songs I figured people would be listening to a lot. 5 to 1, Waiting for the Sun, Spanish Caravans Won the Music Over. Now disc side 1's awesome. Break On Through, Light My Fire, People Are Strange, Love Me 2 Times, Love Me Madly. That is some good stuff. So, yeah. We'll put that up for a $10 start. So disc 2, essentially, very nice. Disc 1, overall, a VG, has some fillable marks, maybe a VG minus. And then that side there is, we're going to call it EX Plus or better. So that's not a bad comp. We don't get that too often. Now, I'm pretty sure Kiss Alive 2 here is very nice. These just got pulled off the ultrasonic cleaner, by the way. Yeah, these are nice copy. This is a nice copy of Kiss Alive 2. Very clean. This is EX Plus. It's not dead mint. Really hard to find them where I can say they're absolutely pristine. But so that was disc 1. Very nice. Disc 2 here of Kiss Alive 2. This one might be even better. Yes, this one's EX Plus. Very, very nice. So I don't like calling too many Kiss records. We did have some not too long ago that I did say these are near mint minus, but I don't say that too often. Nice cover too, and it has the original inner sleeves. They're very nice too. No, as best of my memory, they weren't wrinkled or creased or anything like that. I don't think they were split. There's the inner sleeves. Gatefold, nice cover, and it has the Evolution of Kiss book. Evolution of Kiss book. We're going to start Kiss Alive for $20. Kiss Alive 2, that is. $20 start on that. Those just came off the ultrasonic cleaner. That's a $5 service. All right, so that's up for bid. Let me see what I got going on here. We had, did I miss any comments? Punk, Elvis, pass on Anthony Phillips, go through that crate. Let's see here. Punk, I don't have any Black Flag. Lots of bids on the Doors and lots of bids on Kiss. Next crate, this is new vinyl. We've got the Sisters of Mercy Floodland. This is a MoFi pressing, limited edition numbered, $39.99. White Zombie Astro Creep 2000. White Zombie is $38.99 for Astro Creep 2000. And we have White Zombie La Sexta Risto, Devil Music Volume 1. White Zombie is $38.99. Whole Celebrity Skin, that's my last copy of Whole Celebrity Skin, $38.99. Ministry, the Sphinctor. Ministry Sphinctor is limited edition 1000 on red colored vinyl. That's a fairly new release from Music on Vinyl. These are numbered on the back. That is $44.99 for Ministry. I have one copy left of Artillery. Artillery is Fear of Tomorrow, $38.99. Artillery, Fear of Tomorrow, limited edition 1000 Blade Bullet colored vinyl, $38.99. Coldplay Parachutes, $31.99. Coldplay Parachutes, $31.99. Crimson Glory Transcendence, limited edition 1500 on blue colored vinyl. Crimson Glory, $39.99. Crocus Headhunter, we got some stuff in here. It's like that was pre-sold, fairly new releases. We're getting down to like our last copies. This is one of them. $44.99. Crocus Headhunters. Wasp Inside the Electric Circus, $39.99. Wasp Live in the Raw, $46.99. Arcade Fire Funeral is $28.99 on Arcade Fire. Pussifer Money Shot, two of those still available, $39.99. And Cramps, the Cramps, Look Out Mom, No Head. The Cramps is $33.99. I have two of those available. Blues Traveler is $49.99. And Black Label Society Doom Crew ink, and that is a limited edition clear and black ice vinyl pressing, $39.99. Kanye West, College Dropout, $36.99. Several copies of Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. By the way, they have a new album that's due out soon. Greta is $36.99. Robbie Matthew, first on the Cramps. Robbie, I've got you down. Now, have you bought from us before, Robbie? If not, I need to give you some instructions. That's sold to Robbie Matthew. Now, I think this is the only Now record I have in stock. This is called Now Dance the 80s, $59.99. That's a triple LP, and that's on red vinyl. I'm pretty sure $59.99. Samantha Fish Live, $29.99. Overkill Taken Over, $34.99 for Overkill Taken Over, $34.99. And Chicago's Greatest Hits, $31.99. All right, I definitely need to update these auctions. The Best of the Doors, we had Michael McDowell at $45. Michael McDowell at $45. And this was a, like I said, about a disc 1 VG copy overall and disc 2 EX Plus, or maybe even better. Gatefold 2LP, and that's at $45 with Michael McDowell. And then Kiss, we had 25, 30, 35, 40, 38, 45, 48, 50. And Susie Breedlove wants SF. That was Samantha Fish, so does Susie Breedlove. I do not have any Bret Michaels. Bill, I can get you one, though, if you want it. Helmet, meantime, Helmet is $29.99. That actually goes like that. Leonard Skinner's Street Survivors, $34.99. The Cramps is $33.99. The Cramps is $33.99. Pink Floyd Relics, $33.99. And Bush Razor Blade Suitcase. Razor Blade Suitcase, $36.99. I did not get any Journey's Greatest Hits. No, I didn't. Bill Fratsky, let's put him down for a Bret Michaels. Salute to Bret Michaels. Michael Nath is in on the Doors at $48. Austin Cauldron wants Pink Floyd Relics. So new bidder and new bid on the Doors at $48. And final call on Kiss Alive 2. Kiss Alive 2 is at $50 with David Tate. Chris Pruitt Helmet is $29.99. If you don't want it, Kelly Cook does. And I may have another one if y'all both want one. Michael McDowell's out on the Doors. So that's at $48 and going once, going twice. Here's what's left in this bin. Bush, Leonard Skinner, Chicago, Overkill, Now Dance the 80s, Greta Van Fleet, Kanye West, Black Label Society, Blues Traveler, The Cramps, Pussifer, Arcade Fire, Wasp, Crocus, Crimson Glory, Coldplay, Artillery, Ministry, Hole, White Zombie, and Sisters of Mercy. Chris Pruitt says he does want it. Let's put down Kelly Cook for a helmet, because, Tanner, we should have those around here somewhere. We had a bunch of them, unless we've sold them all this week. We may have, though. And Kelly Cook, if we don't find one, I'll put you on a waiting list, if that's okay. So I'm about to sell Kiss Alive when I come back, and I'm going to sell the Doors to Michael Nath, because our last bidder was Michael. He set out, and Jeffrey wants Whole Celebrity Skin. Oh, that's Crocus. That's the last copy. I need to make a note to order more of those. We've sold a lot of those. I'm not going to say it's one of our best-selling music on vinyl, but it's up there. And I will be on the lookout for Helmet meantime. Okay. Let's do some vintage half off from this other crate that I had over here next. Let me flip through it one more time. See what we got over here. Yep, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's see here. Price on Wasp. There's two Wasp albums. There's Live in the Raw and Inside the Electric Circus. In the Electric Circus, $39.99. Raw is $46.99. Joseph's at $51 on Kiss. David's at $52. Doll parts, it's weird. I think it's obtainable, but it's back ordered with us right now. So I've got them back ordered. So I can't get it, but I don't know. I hadn't checked on that one in a while. I'm going to make sure I have them back ordered. We have 3 new bidders on Kiss. It's now up to $55. Our live Stadium Arcadium. No, I don't have a whole doll part. Is that the whole album, doll parts? I don't think I have that. I do not have Stadium Arcadium. We can sell the doors though to Michael Nath. Let's sell that to Michael Nath for $48. And it's warm in here. Are you hot, Tanner? Yeah, I'm like sweating over here. Okay, half off vintage from about the same time, era, place that the other crate came from. So let's go through it and see what we have in here. Then I'll go get more. We have Dave Clark 5 having a wild weekend. This is in shrink wrap. I think that's from that, you may know it as the Pennsylvania collection. $6.50. Kiss Alive 2 is now at $65 with David Sweevil. That's a very clean copy. Clean inner sleeves. It's got the book with it. $6.50 on Dave Clark 5. That's sold to Michael Nath. Big Chill. Yes, those come through quite often, but they instantly sell whenever I read the track listing. But they can probably pop up, though. You never know about the Big Chill soundtrack. Dave Clark 5, Try Too Hard. This one's in partial shrink. It's a little bit torn over here, but that is $7.50 for that one. Also in shrink wrap. $7.50 on Dave Clark 5. And another Dave Clark 5, more greatest hits. This one's $6.50. $6.50. Those are all half off. Madonna, Dress You Up. Madonna is $6.50. Madonna, Dress You Up, $6.50. Didn't I buy that record? Oh, Jeff McMaster. Who did I say? Michael Nath. Okay. So Jeff McMaster got Dave Clark 5. My bad. Tanner already had it tagged. Just ignore anything I say, okay? Don't listen to me any point tonight. Alan gets the Madonna. That's sold to Alan. Leslie 2nd. Donnie Moore 3rd. Bill Fratsky 4th. Chris DeMoss 5th. David Tate's at 68 on Kiss. When Kiss sells, I'll go get 2 more. There's 2 more Dave Clark 5s. Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Some of y'all may remember that. $10. This is Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. $10. The Esquires, Get On Up and Get Away. The Esquires is $10. What a nice copy, especially for the cover. $10 on the Esquires. Try Too Hard is sold to Philip Shoemaker, the other Dave Clark 5. Now there's one left in here. Laugh-In is sold to Toby Grimm. Laugh-In is sold to Toby Grimm. Brian C., you were 2nd. Alan, you were 1st to the Esquires. And Jeff McMaster, you were 2nd. One lonely Dave Clark 5 left in here. I Remember Buddy Holly. That's by Bobby V. $5. $5 on Bobby V. Jeff Hole, you were 3rd on the Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Dale Hawkins, L.A. Memphis, and Tyler, Texas. This is a 1969 promo. $25 now. $25 now. It is a promo copy. Promotion copy. L.A. Memphis, Tyler, Texas. That's Dale Hawkins. Dale Hawkins, $25. So Robin Pruitt on BH. Now that's, I'm assuming for the I Remember Buddy Holly, right? That's sold to Pass, okay. Philip Shoemake, you were 3rd on the Esquires. And Patricia Callahan says, I'll take that last Dave Clark 5. That's sold to Patricia. Kiss is at $70. The David Tate. David, you're out on Kiss. David Sweevil's at $70 on Kiss. Kiss Alive 2, $70. Jimi Hendrix in concert. That's on the Springboard label. $10. $10. Elvis, Scotty, and Bill. This is sealed from 1983. $17.50 for Elvis, Scotty, and Bill. $17.50. The Great Roy Acuff. $5 for the Great Roy Acuff. $5. Let me double check on the tattoos. I don't think there is any. Let me look. Uh-oh. There's something else in this. Chad should do more thorough inspections. What do we have in here? Here's item number 1. This is the Kiss Army Kiss Alive 2 merchandise insert. Make sure there's no stickers hidden down here in the coupon packet. I don't see any stickers. There is the merchandise insert. That's another $10. Here, this came from the Dallas collection. I don't know why but he put one of these in all of his Kiss records. It's some kind of Maxim magazine. It's a Kiss sticker. It's a sticker, but it's not from Alive 2. It's something from the 90s, it looks like. Early 2000s. They don't have a copyright on it, does it? 2002. 2002. So, now, let's see if there's anything else in the other pocket. Nope, nothing down in there. Of course, nothing in the gatefold. And that's what we have. So, Kiss Alive 2. So, let me make sure there's nothing down in the inner sleeves, because this one obviously has stuff hiding. These are nice inner sleeves, by the way. Sometimes they're wrinkled, crinkly, or split right here. So, this is Kiss Alive 2. 2 LP, of course. There's the inner sleeves. This is irrelevant, but you get a little bonus Kiss sticker. This is a merchandise insert. The Evolution of Kiss booklet. And then I've cleaned both LPs, and they're EX Plus. Very nice copies. And the cover, not bad whatsoever. David Tate's back in at $75. Okay, Chris DeMoss was first to Jimi Hendrix. Craig second. Michael McDowell third. Chris Pruitt fourth. Michael Nath fifth. And David's back in on Kiss at 75. Greg, I am fresh out of soup. I am sold out of soup. No soup for you. Roy Acuff on radio. Roy Acuff on radio, 1953. $5 for Roy Acuff. The Best of Chad Atkins, that's in shrink wrap. The Best of Chad Atkins, $5. RCA Stereo Press, $5. Frank Sinatra Trilogy. This is a triple LP Frank Sinatra compilation, $17.50 after the half off. Alan wants the Chad Atkins. That's sold to Alan. I do not have White Snake self-titled. Let me check between the pages. That's the only place I didn't check, was it, Scott? Let me make sure there's no stickers in between the pages. Wouldn't that be something if we found it? No stickers. They're stuck on some kid's notebook that's in his closet, in his mom's closet still, from 1978 or 77 or 76 or 70 something. Okay, Chad Atkins went to, Alan. Colin, no White Snake, no stickers. Cranberry Sauce second on Chad Atkins. Chris DeMoss first on Frank Sinatra. Rob next on Chet. Justin next on Frank, and then Frank again, then more Frank. And then Patricia Callahan wants the Elvis, Scotty, and Bill. Yeah, the tattoos are 25. So one time in my early days of record selling, I got a copy of Kiss Alive 2 at an estate sale with no vinyl. There was no records, and it was the nicest one I've still ever seen. It had tattoos, the booklet, the inner sleeves, and I sold all that, just the empty jacket, the inner sleeves, and it brought like $46 on eBay. And to me, just getting into records, I was like, wow, that's incredible. That is incredible for an empty jacket and stuff to bring, but I knew it was very collectible then. That was like 2011, maybe 2010, so those have been in demand for quite some time. But I think an empty jacket and all the inserts brought $46, and it was pristine. The second most expensive empty jacket I've ever sold was the Elvis Christmas album, the OG Elvis Christmas album. That's red. It's a hardback book. You open it up, and it's got pages in it. I had an empty jacket that was pristine, and it brought over $100. It was the nicest. I mean, somebody probably has a nice LP, and they swapped them out, and they had a nice set. But, yeah, that was a significant sale. That taught me a lot. Inserts are important for records. The History of Eric Clapton. Someone's going to grab this. Now $17.50. The History of Eric Clapton. That's a 2LP compilation. $17.50. Crystal Mansion. $15 for Crystal Mansion. $15 for Crystal Mansion. Kissing the Pink. Naked. Kissing the Pink is from 1983. This is now $5. $5. It's got a promo stamp on the front, not a promo copy. We have Cool Velvet, Stan Getz, and Strings. This is a 1961 mono, Verve Hi-Fi, $12.50. Sherry Darnell on Eric Clapton. So where are we at on Kiss? Did anybody say out? David's at 75, going twice, going 3 times. Twice, going 3 times. Clapton. Robert Johnson first on the Stan Getz. We have Joan Armour Trading to the limit. Joan Armour Trading is $5 for Joan Armour Trading. Saint Etienne. Is that what that says? Saint Etienne, 1993 UK, $5. Saint Etienne, $5 on that. David's out on Kiss. We got John Porter back in, 78. Robert Johnson, that's already sold. Kiss out, Kiss 78. The World of Sound in 1971. The World of Sound in 1971. $7.50. One of those spoken word records. Tony Shore wants the Saint. John Stevens second. Alan wants Joan and Saint. Alan, we already had 2 claims for Saint, but I can give you Joan Armour Trading. Cranberry was 4th on Saint, and Joseph's out on Kiss. So we're down to 2 people left on Kiss. David and John. John's at $78. Just a Touch of Love, Slave. Slave is $5. Just a Touch of Love. Little Jimmy Dickens sings Out Behind the Barn. This is $5 for Little Jimmy Dickens. Little Jimmy Dickens, $5. Special archive series. Alan first to Slave. Alan first to Slave. Doc Smith, you were second. David Tate's at 80 on Kiss. Guess Who's in Town? Bobby Short performed songs of Andy Razoff. Bobby Short. That is sealed from 1987. $10 on that. Sealed. The Blasters is $10. $10 on the Blasters. Ray Campy. Rockabilly Rebellion. That is $7.50. Robert Gordon, Bad Boy. Robert Gordon is $7.50. Ross Tompkins, Lost in the Stars, $7.50. David Tate's back in on Kiss at 80. So now John Porter, let me know if you're in or out. A quadraphonic pressing of Charlie Rich, My Very Special Love Songs, $10 on Charlie Rich. Doc Smith wants the Bobby Short. That's sold to Doc Smith. Jeff McMaster on Ray Campy. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. John back in on Kiss Alive 2 for $82. The Best of Eric Clapton. This is some kind of German or foreign compilation. Looks German. $17.50. Or Holland or something like that. The Very Best of Eric Clapton. A cover we don't see too often over here. $15. Let It Rain. Layla. Little Wing. After Midnight. Leslie wants Lost in the Stars. Ross Tompkins. That's sold to Leslie. John's back in on Kiss at 82. Michael Nath got the Eric Clapton. That's sold to Michael Nath. Lou Reed. Rock and Roll Heart. $17.50. Half off of $35. David Tate says, I'm done. Out on Kiss. So that means John Porter has that for $82. Everybody has said out. Some people have even said out and come back in. But I'm about to sell it. $82. Bing Crosby. That's what life is all about. Bing Crosby. $5 for some Bing. How about some Captain and Tennille? Song of Joy. Captain and Tennille. $5. Solid State. Presenting Thad Jones, Mel Lewis, and the Jazz Orchestra. Solid State is $7.50. Whole Wheat. 100%. That is $5 for some whole wheat. And Hee Haw Gospel Quartet. Hee Haw Gospel Quartet. This is volume 2. $5. Gary Samuels on Captain and Tennille. Robin Pruitt was second. Doc Smith wants the Solid State. And Kelly Gabney, you were next on Captain and Tennille. Michael McDowell on Hee Haw. And Leslie, you were second on Solid State. Jeff, you were next on Hee Haw. Jocko Rhythm Talk, International, Philadelphia International Records, 12-inch single, Rhythm Talk, promo, $6.50. Rise, R-H-Y-Z-E, Rise to the Top, $7.50. Alan wants the Philly. That's sold to Alan. And he wants the Rise. Those are both sold to Alan. Heavalone. Henry Gross, Plug Me Into Something. Henry Gross is $5. The Dave Brubeck Quartet at Carnegie Hall, a 1963 press, half off, $64.99. That's $32.50 in shrink wrap. That should be a Columbia 2i 360 sound. It's looking like one from the vinyl, and that's what that is. That's a nice copy. That's sold to Michael Bohannon. All right, I can finally sell Kiss. John Porter gets that, Tanner, $82. And I'm going to lay that on top. There's a lot of inserts in that. We'll put that all in a nice sleeve for Mr. John Porter, $82. Grandmaster Flash on Sugar Hill, Freedom and Freedom. And that's a 12-inch single, $7.50. $7.50. Sonny and the Sunlighters, Talk to Me. 1964 white label promo, half off at $25. That's on the teardrop. Sonny and the Sunliners, $25. Alan got the Sugar Hill. He's 3-0 on the 12-inch singles. Craig is second, and Donnie Moore was third. Sonny and the Sunliners. Ooh, Neil Young. Everybody knows this nowhere. This is an EX copy, half off of $32.50. Half off of $32.50. That's $16.50, right? $15.50, $16.50. Yeah. Everybody knows this is nowhere. EX copy, Neil Young. And he got Madonna. That's right. Jeff McMaster on Sonny and the Sunliners. That's a good deal on that, half off. And Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees. Lido Shuffle. VG Plus, $7.50. Jeff McMaster on Neil Young. Jeff McMaster on Neil Young. Okay. I'm going to go through those one more time. Let me go pull some stuff off the ultrasonic cleaner. I got an Ace Frehley coming up, and I'll figure out what else I had over there. I got a really, really nice copy of Dress to Kill, DTK, Dress to Kill. I'll do that. I'll either do that or Ace, depending on what's next on the ultrasonic drying rack. Boz Scaggs sold to Allen. Steve Henry was second. Don't go anywhere. More of this stuff coming up. Sean wants to see some Rush. Just name the album. Except for anything past Hold Your Fire, and I might can sell it to you if you want new copies. I don't have any OGs. As far as I know, under this roof, there's probably 100,000 LPs. I have no Rush in stock. I know that's hard to believe, but we have, I even sell them, y'all know, at auction, VG minus copies. Let's see. Actually, next on the rack is Dynasty and Ace Frehley. So we're going to do Dynasty and Ace Frehley next. Dynasty and Ace Frehley next. Let me put this in a sleeve. Dynasty, and let me put Ace Frehley in a sleeve. We can auction those two at the same time because they're not both Kiss. Well, I like the Ace Frehley solo album. I don't know about y'all, but I like it. We'll put these in new sleeves. And let me find the sleeve for Dynasty. I don't think Dynasty has the poster. Also got a James Bond soundtrack over here. So, let's see here. There's that. There's this. This sticker was almost peeled off. Somebody unfortunately put a round, like yard sale type sticker on it. It was almost peeled off. I finished the job. It was going to damage it anyway. So, okay. Let's see. Ace Frehley. So if you want to bet on this, put Ace or AF. Let's see what we got with it. I think we just have the inner sleeve. So we have about a VG Plus cover. It's not a cutout. Has some sticker residue. Soft spot there on it. A little bit of ring wear. It's a VG, maybe VG Plus if you're being loosely grading with it. Original inner sleeve. Vinyl. Let's see how it looks after I cleaned it. This is a VG Plus record. This is VG Plus. It may need... See, I didn't get the dry... These air dried. I like to hand dry them because there's some spots. If you get this record, if you wipe it down again, some of this, like... You can ultrasonically clean a record and it will still leave like a fingerprint. I know that's weird, but you got to sometimes hand dry them to get like the smudges off. The ultrasonic really gets down in the grooves. They don't clean too much on the surface. So, you know, the water gets in here, down in the grooves, and it pretty much shakes it. And it frees up, it rises all the grime out of the grooves. That's what an ultrasonic cleaner does. So imagine like a valley being flooded, and then all the debris rises to the top. That's what an ultrasonic does. It kind of shakes all the stuff out of the grooves. It still needs to be hand dried, in my opinion, for it to get the stuff off the surface, like smudges and stuff. So that's a VG Plus record, though. Ace is a $10 start. $10 start on Ace. And Kiss Dynasty, we have the original insert. I don't think this has a poster with it. No poster. About a VG Plus cover on that. These are played records. These aren't mint. Let's see here. This is also a VG Plus record. Yeah. This is also a VG Plus record. Yeah, right there. See, that has some stuff on it. if I would have hand dried that out of the cleaner, that's going to come off. That's like something on the surface. So these have been ultrasonically cleaned, but you need to wipe them down. I didn't get to hand dry these. Boy, when you hand dry them while they're still wet, they look immaculate. I mean, you can take a record that looks VG and turn it into something that might even go up to EX, in my opinion. So Dynasty, $10 start. Playable record, VG Plus, not bad. They have been ultrasonically cleaned, but they need another wipe down. Those are $10 starts. Do you have any 1,000 horses coming back to Newberry? I don't have those, David. I can write that down and see if I can order any, but I personally don't have any. What do you use in the ultrasonic cleaner? It's like a solution. It's blue looking. Where you pour a cap full of that, a couple gallons of water, a few gallons of water in the tank, and we got the one that can clean 10 at a time. So, okay. So Ace is at 20, Dynasty's at 10. What cloth? I use a, well actually I can sell some. Let me show them over here. Do we have any left over here, Tanner? Yeah. Yeah. And we should have another case in the back. Usually when I show these, we sell the heck out of them. I hadn't shown these in a while. These are called vinyl style. I use a microfiber for drying. I use just a microfiber cloth. But this is like, I use this when these dry up. These are lubricated when they come out of the pack. It smells like alcohol's on them. These are $4.99. They're from Vinyl Style. This was full just like last week. We sell a lot of them here at the store. We keep them by the counter. These are $4.99 if anybody wants a cleaning cloth. When these dry up, I still use them for drying. So I'll still use them for drying. But that is that's $4.99 if anybody wants a cleaning cloth. But for drying, I use a microfiber. But I think y'all remember that. I'm sure some of y'all have bought one of those from me. I've got what's left in there, and then I have another case of them in the back if anybody wants a cloth. Okay, so Dynasty 10, Kiss 20, Randy's at 25 on both of them. So yeah, if you're bidding on Kiss, I'm assuming you're bidding on Dynasty. And if you want to bid on Ace, please put Ace or AF for Ace Frehley. Ace would be good. So cloths are $4.99. These are, like I said, they're lubricated whenever they come out. And I use this for in between plays. So if I flip over a record, I wipe it down with this before I play side two. Even if I've ultrasonically cleaned something, after I play it and then I'm going to play it again, it may look perfect. I still wipe down just to get any kind of dust or anything like that off of it, especially when I'm handling a expensive record. Okay, looks like we sold some cloths. Let me show a few things in here right quick. So here's what's left in the half-off bin. Dale Hawkins, LA, Memphis, and Tyler, Texas. The half-off price is $25. $25 on this. It's in a stubborn sleeve the sleeve has got crinkled and it's making it hard to pull out the record. But this is a promo copy for Dale Hawkins. $25 for Dale Hawkins. $25. Okay. Bobby V, I Remember Buddy Holly, $5 on that. Roy Acuff was $5. Roy Acuff on radio was $5. And Crystal Mansion was $15. Crystal Mansion, $15. Let's tag some cloths. May have to go to the back to the emergency box. Tanner said just leave them in there. Okay, we got plenty. I'll count them out live just so everybody knows I'm seeing their comment. I'll just put them back in the bowl. So we have, let's see here. First one was Josh Ragland. There's Josh Ragland on a cloth. And we have Stephen Chesney on a cloth. Sherry Darnell on a cloth. Jeff McMaster. Anybody else, they're $4.99. Ryan Foster wants one. Very easy to put in your order. Tony Shore wants two. There's two for Tony Shore. And Jamie Butler wants two. They're $4.99. $4.99. So I ran out with Jamie Butler, but we do have more in the back. Cranberry Sauce wants the Bobby V. I Remember Buddy Holly. That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. Jamie with two cloths. Michael Bohannon with two cloths. And David Tate wants one. Kissing the Pink, Naked. That was $5. The World and Sound, 1971. $7.50. I guess I'll keep that if no one buys it. Martin Pryor wants two cloths. Steve Henry wants a cloth. And Little Jimmy Dickens was $5. Arm Lozelle wants Kissing the Pink. That's sold to Arm Lozelle. Gary Samuels, you were second. The Blasters was $10. If you're just joining us, here's what's left in our second half off bin. Robert Gordon, Bad Boy. Robert Gordon is $7.50. Charlie Rich, My Very Special Love Songs, that's a quad pressing, $10. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Heart, that is $7.50. Bing Crosby, That's What Life Is All About, $5. Whole Wheat 100% is $5, and Henry Gross is $5. Okay, Ron Phillips also wants a cloth. Brent Rabley says he would give $5 for Robert Gordon, and he wants a couple cloths. So there's Brent Rabley. Sell him Robert Gordon for $5 and 2 cloths. Steve Carmichael wants the Blasters at half off. Michael Herrera wants a cloth. Matthew Christ wants a cloth. Matthew was the other person in here. I knew I was leaving somebody else. I met Matthew Christ today in the store. I met Matthew Christ. I knew I'd named everybody. I was missing somebody. Matthew. I met Matthew today. Let's see. Does little Jimmy have an old cold tater and wait? Take an old cold tater and wait. Let's take a look at that. This has... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Alvil Dabney wants 2 cloths. Sherry Darnell wants a Lou Reed. Jared Benoit wants a 2 cloths. I hope we have enough for everybody. If not, I'll get more. We'll get them on your next order or something. But I know I have like a box full of them, so we should have plenty. But we're going through them in 2s now. They're evaporating. Update on these 2 auctions. Ace Frehley. Gary Samuels has this for $28. Gary Samuels has this for $28. $28. Kiss, Ace Frehley, $28. And Kiss Dynasty, I think we only had 1 bid. No, somebody bid 25 on both. So Randy Tabron has 25, this at 25. So Randy Tabron's at 25 on Kiss Dynasty. That's going twice, going 3 times. Gary Samuels, well, I think I'm getting mixed up. Hold on a second. I just need everybody to bid again. Okay, Jimmy Ball's at 30 on Ace Frehley. That's a VG Plus copy. And I think Dynasty's at 25. So yeah, if you're bidding on Ace, please put Ace. And if you're bidding on Kiss, please put Kiss. And hopefully my mind don't get cross-wired. So yeah, Gary's at 28 on this. Okay, Gary's at 28 on this. So actually, Jimmy, you may have jumped Ace too much. I will still take your $30 bid, but I think Ace was only at, Ace was at 25. So you may be okay with 25 or at 30. So Ace was at 25, so Jimmy's at 30 if he's still good with that, and Kiss is at 28. We need to call it Dynasty and Ace, I guess. That might make my brain work easier. And Brent McKinney wants 1 cloth. 1 cloth, Tanner. All right, that's all that's left in that bin. Let me see if I can find something else to show y'all. Let me go over here in this same department, and then when those 2 sell, I'll grab 2 new auctions. I'm taking a water break right quick if y'all can hear me. Boy, we're rolling through some records over here for sure. Let me figure out when these were shown. I'm trying to find some stuff from January and February to go through and do on sale before they, like I said, before they get put in the back in inventory. So sometimes I'd rather go ahead and sell them to y'all. Boy, this is a good crate here. This is a real good crate here. We may go ahead and wipe this one out. We're only doing a 2-hour sale tonight, so it's definitely a blitz. So I think I got everybody watching saying blitz sale, and I'm gonna make it worth your time to tune in. We're gonna do another crate of really good titles here at half off. And yeah, this stuff's about 2 months old, it looks like, and there's really good stuff in here. There's some stuff from the Murfreesboro collection. I think y'all know what that means. Some of the leftovers from that. Every time I've had any leftovers from Murfreesboro and we've put them on sale, then they've sold, and there shouldn't be too many. That was several thousand records I bought, and there's probably not many left if I put them all together. We really wiped out that collection. So y'all are going to like this bin. We're going to try to go to 10 o'clock. That's only in 35 minutes, and we have over 200 people watching, so that's really hard for me to stop. But just to give y'all an update, we've essentially been 3 people down for like 2 weeks here. We got somebody coming back next week, Ed. I'm very glad, Ed, if you're watching. I am so happy you're returning next week. When you walk in, I might even give you a hug. I can do a punk crate. We'll have time after this one. I'll kick into high gear for this one. But me and Tanner, well, Tanner started earlier tonight canning crates. I've sold a lot already tonight, and when we sell these, we have to physically key them into our system so we can invoice you. You know how you get invoices from us? It takes a long time to do that. We have to manually key all these in, so y'all know what you've got on your invoice. As soon as the sale's over tonight, I've got to start on that, and we'll be doing that for a long time. I'll be doing it probably till the sun's rising. So you said that 3 and 4 weeks ago. I did. That's when we were selling too much, and I was like, we're selling too much, and then we're 2 people, 3 people down, and so now it's really built up. So yeah. Okay, for sure. You have not missed the punk crate. All right. Kiss Dynasty, $30, $32, $33, $35, and I'll get those updated in 1 second. John Hartford, Gumtree Canoe. John Hartford is $17.50. John Hartford, Gumtree Canoe. Boy, that's hard to say. $17.50. The International Submarine Band is $15. This is Sundazed on white vinyl. Sundazed on white vinyl. $15. David Plunkett on John Hartford. David Plunkett on John Hartford. International Submarine Band. Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joe, $25 after the half off. This is a remastered 180 gram. Very, very cool. John Miller on International Submarine Band. Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joe, that was $25. $25. Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell, The Traveling Kind. $10 for Emmylou and Rodney Crowell. $10 on that. Patty Griffin, 1,000 Kisses. $20. Patty Griffin's 2002 Classic, now on vinyl for the first time. That is $20. Leslie wants Emmylou Harris and Patty Griffin. No takers on Bobby Gentry yet. Excuse me. Upland Stories, Robbie Folks. Upland Stories, Robert Folks. Robbie Folks, $7.50. Jimmy Ball was second on Patty. Joe Eli, Down to the Drag, $5. Joe Eli, Down to the Drag, $5. Stephen Bishop, Red Cab to Manhattan. Stephen Bishop, $5. Roy Acuff, Volume 2, Greatest Hits. Roy Acuff, $5. Volume 2, Greatest Hits. And Steve Earle and the Dukes, Ghost of West Virginia, $10. Steve Earle and the Dukes, Ghost of West Virginia, $10. Okay, let me tag these and then update our auction. David Tate said that was an accidentally typo. Susie Breedlove wants the Bobby Gentry. That's sold to Susie. John Miller wants the Steve Earle on that. Okay, Jeff McMaster was second. Now, let's decipher the bids on this. Ace Frehley. Jimmy Ball had that for $30. No other bids. That's already been called. So 15 seconds left on that. Ace is at $30. We'll call it 60 seconds. When I say 15, that means 60. And Dynasty, Gary Samuels is at 35 on Dynasty. 35, and Randy said out. So 35 and 30. Those are final calls. 35 and 30. Robbie's at 32 on Ace. Justin Towns Earl, the Saint of Lost Causes. This is an autograph copy. $50 after the half off. $50. Justin Towns Earl. $50. And Steve Earle is $12.50. In shrink wrap with hype sticker. That's an OG. $12.50 for that. Jason F. gets the Earl. That's sold to Jason F. The Best of Judy Collins. $5 on the Best of Judy Collins. $5. Jeff McMaster wants the Steve Earle. Jeff McMaster gets the Steve Earle. Jason got the Justin Earle. Jeff got Steve Earle. Jimmy's out on Ace. Charles, you were second on Steve. The Best of Joan Baez. We have Joan Baez, Judy Collins. 2 voices of the 60s. $5 on either one of those. Janice Ian, Between the Lines. Janice Ian is $7.50. Leslie Holt wants Joan Baez. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Corky Siegel. Corky Siegel is $5. Leanne Rhines, blue. Leanne Rhines is $12.50. Leanne Rhines, that's a limited edition Walmart Sea Glass exclusive vinyl. $12.50 on that. Jimmy Ball was second on Joe Baez. Janice Ian is sold to Michael Nath. Leslie was second. Jimmy Ball was first to Leanne Rhymes. Leslie was second. Jim Nelson was third. Let's end these auctions now. So Leanne Rhymes was the last one tagged to Jimmy Ball, then Leslie, then Jim, then Steve. We've got Kiss Dynasty. Kiss Dynasty is sold to, drumroll, Gary Samuels, $35, and Ace Frehley was to Robbie Matthew for $32. Robbie, you got that for $32. I'll go get two new ones in just a moment. Another Steve Earle. Steve Earle is $10. This one's called Terraplane. Steve Earle is $10. Terraplane. John Miller, which Robbie Folks? The Robbie Folks was called Upland Stories. John Miller, Upland Stories. Robbie Folks, $7.50. Jeff McMaster, first to Steve Earle. He's racking up tonight on the Steve Earles. John Miller, second. Charles Hantz, third. John Miller wants the Robbie. I'm going to show one more and then go get two new auctions. Jim Reeves, live at the Opry. That is $5. Jim Reeves, live at the Opry. Let me get two new auctions off the ultrasonic cleaner. Let me go do that. I think it's a James Bond soundtrack, of course. I was going to listen to it, but I'm not going to get the pleasure, it looks like. And, Dreamweaver, Gary Wright. Yeah, those were some I wanted to clean and personally listen to while I was cleaning more records, and I never did get to it. Sometimes I clean stuff that I want to listen to. I'm eventually going to sell it, or I'm cleaning it to sell, but I'm like, well, I'm going to listen to this while I'm working, and these never did get pulled off the rack to even get dried properly, so they have been cleaned, but they still need to be hand-dried, like I said earlier. So we got Gary Wright, Dreamweaver, and we got View to a Kill, but I'll show those in 1 second. Y'all can only hear me right now because I'm across the room. And then it looks like next is going to be Dynasty. Next auctions will be Dynasty, and then we'll do that Beatles box set. So great auctions coming up. Also stuff to look forward to. Right, Tanner? Tanner's like, I didn't expect us to be this busy tonight. We're just doing a 2-hour show. Anytime I've said we're doing a pop-up show for like a couple hours, we usually sell the most. In those 2 little hours, then it seems like in any other night. I think some people's like, okay, I'll hop on for 2 hours. That's not a bad gig. All right, let me see how these turned out. Of course, I didn't get the hand dry them, but this is a VG Plus record. The the Dreamweaver, Gary Wright. It needs to probably be wiped down again. It has been ultrasonically cleaned. That's VG Plus. That's a $1 start. This is such a great album, though. I love Gary Wright, especially this album. Love is Alive, Let It Out, Made to Love You, Power of Love, Dreamweaver. That's some good stuff there. That is a $1 start. Gary Wright, the Dreamweaver. That's about a VG Plus. That's a VG Plus. And then a View to a Kill soundtrack. Of course, essentially for you Duran Duran. This is a nice copy. It did have this mark right here. Yeah, I didn't get to test play it. It's got a mark in the vinyl here that you can't feel. It looks like a vinyl impurity. I will test play it. Other than that, it's very nice. It's EX Plus, but because of that mark, and I'm going to call it VG Plus. But I'll listen to both of these. So I'll listen to both of these. $1 start on that. View to a Kill. Duran Duran. That's a James Bond soundtrack. Christopher Walken. Grace Jones. Roger Moore. Okay, did I miss any claims out of here? I don't think so. Back to the half-off stuff. We got Gary Wright and View to a Kill. Awesome artwork on that. James Bond, I love them. All right, we have another Steve Earle. This one is $12.50. So you want to be an outlaw. Steve Earle, $12.50. Another Steve Earle, El Corazon. That one is $25. Steve Earle and Steve Earle, $12.50 and $25. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons Jersey Girl. A Jersey Girl is $7.50. Paul Whiteman and his orchestra featuring Bing Crosby. $5 on Bing Crosby. $5. Bedhead. That is 1996. $22.50. $22.50. The Continental Club. Live at the Continental Club, $7.50. This has got all kinds of artists on it. Joe King, Bubble Puppy, the Squeeze Tones, Wild Seeds. That's wild. $7.50. And the Babies on the Edge. The Babies on the Edge, $7.50. Okay, we have a lot of bids. Gary Wright 5, Gary Wright 7, View to Kill 5, Gary Wright 10, View to Kill 8, View to Kill 10, View to Kill 3, View 5, Bond 5, View to Kill 7, Gary Wright 12, View 12, Bond 15. Chris Pruitt wants Steve Earle Hart. Steve Earle Hart. That is this one here, the El Corazon, right? That's sold to Chris Pruitt. Robin Pruitt was second. Then Charles Hans, you were first on Steve Earle. The El Corazon's already sold to Chris Pruitt, but you can have, so you want to be an outlaw if you want it. You got next dibs on that. If not, Cranberry Sauce gets it. So that's sold to somebody, either Charles or Cranberry. Jeff McMaster on BH, and BH was Bedhead. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Leslie's at 6 on Gary Wright. I think our bids are out of order. I'll update those in just a second. John Stevens on the Continental Club. Alice is 15 on Gary Wright, 21 on View to a Kill. Jim Nielsen wants the Babies. View to a Kill 25, View to a Kill 10. Charles does want the Steve Earle, the second Steve Earle, so he does get that. Bond's 28. So I got Gary Wright at 17, and I got Bond, View to a Kill at 30. Bing Crosby, last one left there, $5. Bette Midler in Divine Madness, $5 for Bette Midler, $5. Gypsy in the Garden. This is a 1971 white label promo, $17.50 for Gypsy. That's a 1971 white label promo, $17.50. Harry Nilsson, $10 for Harry Nilsson, $10. Leslie Holt on Bette Midler. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Cranberry Sauce on Gypsy. From St. Louis to Frisco, Chuck Berry, $13.50. From Chuck Berry from St. Louis to Frisco. That's a clean looking copy. $13.50 on that. Cranberry Sauce first to Harry Nilsson. Charles Hans was second. After School Session with Chuck Berry, $12.50. Chuck Berry, $12.50. That's back-to-back Chuck Berries there. And another one, and another one. We'll wait on those. Let me go ahead and so Traffic Last Exit. Traffic Last Exit, $10. Traffic Last Exit, $10. So Robert Johnson, you've got dibs on the Chuck Berry. You can have from St. Louis to Frisco or after school sessions. You were first, then Andrew, then Chris, then Brent, and then Cranberry, and then Doc. So lots of people on those. We'll see. Robert and Andrew has first dibs. They're probably going to get grabbed because they got first dibs on those. All righty. Had to take a quick water break. Whew. Robert Johnson wants the first one, and he had dibs. So that was from St. Louis to Chuck Berry. Michael said, bless you. I'm sure y'all heard that. They're probably like, dang, what kind of cow's in the room? That's sold to Robert Johnson, Chuck Berry. Andrew, you're second. You can have after school session if you want it. If not, Chris Pruitt wants it. So Chris does want that one. Then Brent Rabley was fourth. So we'll see who turns out if Andrew wants that. If not, it's sold to Chris Pruitt. Charles Hans gets Traffic. Oh, Michael Nass said, bless you, because they heard you sneezing, Tanner. I didn't even realize that. My bad. I thought you were saying bless me for drinking this. Well, I keep saying water. It's actually Diet Coke from Burger King. Yeah, that's far from water. Seth says I drink obnoxiously loud. And then I fire them. So, bless your heart. Thank you. All right, Andrew passes, so that goes to... ooh. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was a great neck adjustment right there. Wow. I feel better. So the second View to a Kill, or excuse me, the second Chuck Berry went to Chris Pruitt after school session. Yeah, that goes to Chris Pruitt. All right, update on our auctions. A View to a Kill. View to a Kill. Makes me want to watch that. That's a... Well, I like them all, but... Kelly Gabney's at $30, and that's a final call. Final call. And Stevens at 17 on Gary Wright. That's a final call. 17 and 30. 17 and 30 on that. Okay, back to the half off. Chuck Berry Wild Berries, $7.50. And I'm going to skip the other one. The Banjo Greats. This is sealed from 1980. Banjo Greats, $10. Banjo Greats. Razzie Bailey, Making Friends. Razzie Bailey is sealed from 1981, $7.50. Michael Nath wants the Wild Berries by Chuck Berry. Leslie Holt wants the Banjo record. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Patricia was second to Chuck. Robert was next to Banjo. Jeff was next on Banjo. Cranberry next on Wild Berries. Chuck Berry Golden Hits. Chuck Berry Golden Hits, $12.50 for Golden Hits. Chuck Berry, $12.50. Julie London, Around Midnight. This is a 1960 mono, $10. Very clean copy. It's got this foil cover. It's really cool. Like her pants light up and the book and the clock dial. That all lights up, $10. Brent Rabley, first on this Chuck Berry. That's some Golden Hits. Next Play Records, first on Julie London. That's sold to Next Play Records. Cranberry Sauce was second. Jeff was third. Leslie was fourth. Mondo Cane 2, Kai Winding. Mondo Cane 2 is $7.50 by Kai Winding. The Electric Horseman, Willie Nelson, that is $10. $10 for the Electric Horseman. Soundtrack, Willie Nelson. And Neil Young, Zuma, $17.50. $17.50. $17.50. All right, let me go ahead and end these auctions. Gary Wright, Dreamweaver. That was $17 to Stephen Chesney. $17 for Stephen Chesney. And the View to a Kill soundtrack is sold for $30. And that's Kelly Gabney. Those are both sold. I'll go grab the Kiss and the Beatles box next. Let me get to where we was here. Cranberry Sauce on the Mondo Cane. That's sold to Cranberry. Colin was second. Andrew Schoen first to Neil Young. Andrew Schoen first to the Neil Young. And how much is Peter Tosh? Peter Tosh is $28.99. Legalize it. Peter Tosh is $28.99. Legalize it. Let's see here. Rick Wakeman, Six Wives of Henry VIII, $10. $10 for Rick Wakeman, Six Wives of Henry VIII. Jimmy Reed, this is a VG copy, $15. It's a 1963 Monarch. 1963 Monarch, VG condition. Tain't no big thing, but he is. Jimmy Reed, $15. Rockin' with Reed, Jimmy Reed, this is a 1965 mono, also $12.50. Also $12.50. Jimmy Reed and Jimmy Reed. Elvis, in person at the International Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, $32.50. 1969 Hollywood Press. 1969 Hollywood Press. Elvis in person at the International Hotel. That is $32.50. $32.50. I'll show that Jimmy Reed in just a second so there's no confusion. Here's another one that we had a lot of already. Chuck Berry's Greatest Hits. Chuck Berry is an EX copy, $12.50. Chuck Berry is $12.50. Jeff McMaster on Jimmy Reed. We got two in here. Jimmy, let me know if, or excuse me, Jeff, Jimmy's the artist. Let me know if you want the No Big Thing or Rockin' with Reed, or you can have both of them. Cranberry second, Brent Rabley third. So let me lay those actually here in pending. We'll go ahead and tag Michael McDowell on Elvis. I say let's go to midnight. I wish we could. Honestly, wish we could. Mine was the first Jimmy, not the second. Okay, we'll see which one he wants then. So he wants both. Okay, I hadn't got that far, but Tanner is ahead. He said go ahead and give them both. Robert Johnson is first on CJ. CJ. He might have meant CJ. He might have meant CB, or he might have meant GJR. Let me know, Robert Johnson. And then looks like Junior was second. Jeff got both, and Robert meant Chuck Berry. John, neither one of those had the inner sleeves. Neither one of those had the inner sleeves. The search continues. The search continues. Okay, let me jump ahead here. 10 years after, recorded live, VG Plus, $7.50. VG Plus, $7.50 on 10 years live. Powder Blues. Powder Blues is $5. Powder Blues is $5. Todd Rundgren, 2LP, $13.50. Todd Rundgren, name of the album is Todd. Ron Phillips on 10 years after. Sell that to Ron Phillips. There's another Todd Rundgren. We'll go ahead and show this one. $10. The Hermit of Mink Hollow. That's a very clean copy. Those are from the Murfreesboro collection. I know for sure John Stevens wants this Todd Rundgren. It had already been shown and came in. That's sold to John Stevens. And let me go ahead and show the other Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed live at Soul City. EX. This is, well, that's an odd price. 10, that's $14. $14. Don't see $27.99 too much. $14. That is $14. Jimmy Reed. The Great Buddy Holly. That's $11.50. The Great Buddy Holly, $11.50. Brent Rabley wants Jimmy Reed. Cranberry was second. Deputy Dog. Deputy Dog. This is a VG copy now, $15. VG on the vinyl. It's from 1960. It does have a seam split. The spine has a seam split. That is $15. Don't see that one too often. Brent got Jimmy Reed. Cranberry was second. Chris Pruitt on Buddy Holly. That's sold to Chris. Ken Crooker on Deputy Dog. Jason F. second. Brian C. looks like third. That probably auto-corrected. And Brent Rabley fourth. I can't believe that didn't sell the first time around. That's the first time I've ever seen that record. First time I've seen that one. All right, let me go grab two new auctions. I'm coming right back. Let me go grab two new auctions. It's going to be a really nice copy of Dress to Kill and a Beatles box set that I listened to yesterday. And it's been cleaned and dried. It's been ultrasonically cleaned and dried, and it's really nice. I was hoping that would come off, so that's not good. That's odd, too. Now, I really want to re-clean this one before I auction it. That's unfortunate. Let me not auction Dress to Kill. Well, I'd like to try to get that off first. Yeah, let me not auction. I'll show y'all the reason I don't want to auction it, because I was hoping this would come off in the initial wash, but I didn't get to dry clean it. But I'll go ahead and grab the Beatles while I'm over here. And let me grab that. And what else do we have over here? I do have a Chuck Berry that I pulled last night to auction I never did get to. Let me do that, and let me grab Dress to Kill. Sorry for those that was waiting on this one. I'll have it next week for sure, because I want to make sure this is going to be a nice copy if this can come out. But let me go ahead and put this up for auction. I listened to all 4 discs. Almost had it. By the way, that Beatles box set we had, the UK album box set, I sold that in the store. I have a local buyer who lives in Hartsville. He comes down every Friday after work. He buys something Beatles, even if he already has a copy of it. And he said, "You still got that Beatles box?" And I think y'all remember it. It was the Beatles discography box, and they were all sealed UK pressings. And we sold that here in the store. So that was good. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. This is called the Beatles Forever. On the back is a picture of the 67 to 70. On the front, of course, is the 62 to 66. By the way, they went to the same place to take that picture, obviously. I don't know if y'all know that, but they went back and retook that picture. Very cool story. There's a YouTube video on that just got released. So this is complete, perfect, both volumes. $75 start. I'll just go ahead and tell you, $75 start. Here's what you get with it. You get the lyric book, or the discography book, I guess. Yeah, I guess the lyric book, 67 to 70. It's perfect. There's 62 to 66 book. There is both inner sleeves for the blue album, both inner sleeves for the red album. Yeah, those are the lyric books, because here's the discography books. Here's the discography book, 62 to 66, 67 to 70. This has a rock discography insert, and it has both posters. The poster that came with the blue, and the one that came with the red. So all 4 inner sleeves, both lyric books, both discography books, both posters, both covers with Obi, and the most important thing, I test played this. It sounds so good. I listened to 62 to 66 twice. Had it playing in the store today too. Really good sounding record. 2 LP. That's a set. So that is complete. And this does not go with it. I need to give that to Roger. That goes with his box set. That goes with his box set. That doesn't go with it. Okay. Tony Shore, I see your Beatles at 75. Tony Shore wants Todd Hermit. I hadn't got back to the bin yet. Tony Shore got Todd. Now the next auction is Chuck Berry, Rockin' at the Hops. Chuck Berry, Rockin' at the Hops. This is a strong VG. A strong VG. 1960 mono. That's a $20 start. Chuck Berry, $20 start. Rockin' at the Hops. Nice cover. Nice spine. Nice back. Nice front. Tony is stealing the Beatles box right now at 75. Chuck Berry's at 20. The Doors, VG Plus, $12.50. $12.50. The Doors, Soft Parade, $12.50. Neil Young Trans, shrink wrap and hype sticker, $10. Very nice copy. Original inner sleeve too. $10 on Neil Young. George Jones, If My Heart Had Windows. George Jones is $7.50. If My Heart Had Windows, $7.50. Gone with the Wind, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Dave Brubeck Quartet, Gone with the Wind, $10 for that. Todd Rundgren Healing, $7.50. Todd Rundgren Healing, $7.50. And the Buddy Holly Story, this is some kind of UK version, 79 UK version, $10. Okay. Sean Fairweather on the Doors. Sean was first on the Doors. John Young second. Tony Shore first to Neil Young. Charles Hans was second. Andrew Schoen first on Dave Brubeck Quartet. Joe Stark wants Healing. That's Todd Rundgren. The Beatles is at 77, now 80. Did we have a bid yet on Chuck Berry? I'm looking for a $20 start on Chuck Berry, Rockin' at the Hops. That's a VG. George Jones track list. Say It's Not You, Between House and Town, On Second Thought. Possum Hollow, Unwanted Babies, The Stranger's Me, The Poor Chime, The Angel Steps Out of Heaven, Wrong Side of the World. The Beatles is now at 85. Buddy Holly, the Crickets, 20 Golden Greats. Buddy Holly is $10. $10. Buddy Holly Story Soundtrack, $10. Buddy Holly Story Soundtrack. More Buddy Holly, $10. Another Doors. This is a 69 Terre Haute press, just $25. $25. 69 Terre Haute. No condition notes on that one. A Rock and Roll Collection Buddy Holly. That is $10. A Rock and Roll Collection Buddy Holly. That's $10. Neil Young, American Stars and Bars, $17.50. And Accused, Nasty Cuts. This came out of a Punk Crate. 2011 Canadian copy, $15. That one got mixed in there. Punk record, $15. Mike Massey's first. Who would have thought it? Unbelievable. Let me get back up to the top here. Beatles, $80. Beatles, $77. Let's see. Is there any way to purchase the posters that go with the red and blue? Not unless you see them listed on eBay. You might get lucky and see people listing the inserts for those maybe, but probably not. Chuck Berry, let's see, Beatles 85, Chuck Berry 20. There's a lot of Buddy Holly records. Oh yeah, there's millions of them. Millions and millions. There's hundreds of different ones, but there's millions made for sure. Tens of millions. Chuck Berry 20. Philip Shoemaker was in first. Brent Rabley second. Mike McGinnis, you were first to Buddy Holly. There's 3 different ones in here. There's 20 Golden Greats, the soundtrack, and a rock and roll collection. John Young was first to the Doors. Ken Crooker's at 90 on the Beatles. Mike Massey wants the Accused. Jeff McMaster second. Chuck Berry's at 21 with Doc Smith. And let's see. That was the one that Chad, when I was in the store. Was that one you was going to buy? That's probably why it was in a different bin. Chuck Berry 25, Tony Shore 95, 27 on Chuck Berry, and Mike McGinnis wants Buddy Holly Lives 20. He wants, hold on a second. He wants this one here. Yeah, he wants this one here. That's sold to Mike McGinnis, yes. Okay, Chuck Berry's at 27 with cranberry sauce. The Beetle box is at 100. Here's our schedule for about the next 20 minutes. Tanner's like, oh no, what's he about to say? We got to go through one more crate, because I told everybody we'd go through a punk crate. We've got to do that. We got to do that. That's probably how we'll have to end the show. I would love to keep going, trust me. Beatles is at 100 with Ken Crooker. And Chuck Berry's at 27. Let me go through these one more time. We're going to go through a punk crate, and then we're going to call it a week until Monday night. We're going to call it a week until Monday night. So that's what we're about to do. Let me go through these right here. We have, one more time, Joe Eli down on the drag. That's $5. Joe Eli down on the drag. Stephen Bishop is $5. Roy Acuff, Volume 2, Greatest Hits. That's $5. Judy Collins, that is $5. We have Corky Siegel, $5. Jim Reeves, Live at the Opry, $5. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Jersey Cuts, $7.50. That's 180 gram. Paul Whitman and his orchestra is $5. Razzie Bailey, Making Friends. That's sealed from 1981, $7.50. Okay, final call on Chuck Berry for 27. Final call on the complete, beautiful Beatles box. Ken's at 100. Brent's at 30 on Chuck Berry. New high bid, $30. Dress to Kill, I'll show that in just a second. John Young needs to put back the Doors. Let's see here. David Hilton on Jim Reeves' Opry. That's sold to David Hilton. Cranberry Sauce wants the Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli. That is sold to Cranberry Sauce. Where's Frankie Valli? That's sold to Cranberry Sauce. Derek Clark is at 120 on the Beatles. New high bid. So 120 on the Beatles. Chuck Berry's at 30 with Brent Rabley. The Electric Horseman, Willie Nelson, $10. Rick Wakeman is $10. Powder Blues, $5. The Buddy Holly Story, $10. George Jones, $7.50. Neil Young, $17.50. Buddy Holly Story, U.S. version, $10. Buddy Holly Rock and Roll Collection, $10. Kelly Benson Gabney. I can pronounce your name, so you're probably not going to have an alternate pronunciation. Philip Shoemaker says 5 on George, and that's what Brent offered. And Walter Savage says he wants it. Uh-oh. Y'all know what that means. You're going to have to pay full price. Philip, let me know if you want it for $7.50. If not, Brent. If not, it goes to Walter. I did not check on Finch, Gary. I have not checked on that. That's on my sticky notes from the other night that I have not done yet. I got sticky notes still to order from, I guess, Thursday night. Let me find the punk crate that we have not been through before, which I think is this one. Zoetrope. Now, I've heard of them before. Let's go through this one. I don't think we've been through this before. We're about to find out. It's in the office and the stuff that never been gone through before, so. Philip passes at $7.50. Let's see if Brent wants it for $7.50. If not, it'll be sold to Walter Savage. All that for $2.50. But rules are rules, right? Unless I go ahead and call it sold to somebody. Depends on how fast I sell it. Brent says he'll take it for the half off price. Okay. hope everybody still stays tuned in because I'm still going to run some auctions while we're going through this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, this is the last crate. No ifs, ands, or buts. We'll be back Monday doing this again. Trust me, we got a lot of records. I've got some leads. I was going through messages today, this morning early. I've got some leads on some collections. We'll have new stuff coming in hopefully next week. But as you see, we got plenty to go through. We got plenty to go through. So auctions, while we go through the punk stuff, Chuck Berry, quick update before we get started. Chuck Berry is with cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce has this for how much? I forgot. I don't see it anymore. Brent was at 30. I thought I saw a 31. Yeah, 31. Brent, you're out on this. $31. And we're at 150. 150 on the Beatles. All right, let's see what we have in here. We have Exorcist, Nightmare Theater, $29.99, 2018 Germany pressing on purple vinyl. Exorcist. Castrator, Defiled in Oblivion, $34.99, 2022 Neon Violet vinyl. Sheer Terror, Thanks for Nothing, $74.99, red and blue vinyl. Sheer Terror. Joe Coffey, Bright as the Stars Were Under, $29.99. Joe Coffey, Bright as the Stars Were Under. Slapshot, Digital Warfare, $34.99. Sean Fairweather on ST, Sheer Terror, sold to Sean Fairweather. He says, never mind, he's got it. Another Slapshot, Back on the Map, $32.99. Also, tonight, I plan on posting a couple flip crates, just so everybody knows about our group. Make sure you're in our flip group, our Facebook group, because there's a flip video up right now, I think from yesterday, that I still got to tag. I made a post of some of our bins. I still got to tag records out of there. And probably tonight, while I'm keying stuff in, I'll post a couple of flip videos, but I'm probably at a certain time tonight, probably early in the morning. You'll probably be bed already. I'll probably turn off the comments because at a certain point, I'll have to turn them off. But after the sale tonight, in the next few hours, whenever we're done here, I'm going to post a couple of flip videos. Jeff McMaster wants Slapshot. Jeff, there's a couple. There is this one for $34.99, Digital Warfare, and Back on the Map is $32.99. Brent Rabley is at 32 on Chuck Berry, going twice, going three times. And the Beatles box is at 150 with Ken Crooker. 150 with Ken Crooker. Resist and Exist, $29.99. Resist and Exist, $29.99. Jeff McMaster wants Back on the Map, Slapshot. Phobia, Means of Existence, $29.99. Square One, Special. That doesn't look like hardcore music. $29.99. Witch's Hammer, Stretching into Infinity, Die Hard. That's a picture disc, $39.99. $39.99 for Too Many Skeletons. I can't make that out. $29.99. Sodom, Demonized, $36.99. Aggression, Life is Hard, $34.99, 1988 Germany, red vinyl, Aggression. Chris Pruitt on Sodom. Larm, Straight on View, $29.99. Definitely not punk, I guess hardcore. I never know what to call this stuff. I mean, what is Fatal? Here is Fatal, Soul Burning Steel, a Fatal retrospective, $34.99. Is this hardcore, very hardcore, metal, hard punk? I'm not for sure what you call Fatal. What about Guana Bats, Live Over London, $29.99. Guana Bats, Live Over London, $29.99. Chris Pruitt on Grime. Is that something in here, or maybe he auto-corrected? Atomizer or Atomizer. That don't sound right. Atomizer. I feel like I'm still saying that wrong, though. The Death of Forever, 1999. Zoetrope, Amnesty. Now I know Zoetrope's more like thrash, right? $29.99. Speed metal. There's another genre. Said something about speed metal. $29.99. 2018 blue vinyl. The Glory Stompers. $39.99. 1996 German pressing. Harmony as One. $24.99. Harmony as One. That's a 1989 UK. Maximum Penalty. Super Life. $29.99. 1997. Okay, let's go ahead and sell Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry is sold to Brent Rabley for $32. What is the Beatles box? I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to count down about 30 seconds, and I got to sell this to Ken Crooker. It's been up for a while. This is the Beatles 62 to 66 and 67 to 70 box set, which is a 2-in-1 packaging called the Beatles Forever. It's 62 to 66. It has the two double LPs, the inner sleeves, the 2 booklets, the 2 other booklets, and the 2 posters. That's Ken Crooker's for $150, going twice, going 3 times. Could I see the Phobia cover, please? The Phobia cover, sure thing. That was right back here. This is a picture disc, Means of Existence. That's a picture disc, $29.99. Crucial Change, So It Begins. Crucial Change is $29.99. Paul Coffin, Room 41. What is this doing in here? $34.99. That doesn't look like that fits the rest. MC Ren of NWA on Ruthless Records. EX $94.99. 1992. 1992. Depths. Oceano Depths. Looks like it's autographed. No price. I'll say $29.99. Half Off. The Truth. $34.99. 1987. Neon Christ. 1984. $29.99. That was a record store day. Eighth and Dawson. Is that the label maybe? 1999. Jim Engelman on Oceano. That's sold to Jim Engelman. $29.99 on that. Let's go ahead and sell the Beatles box to Ken Crooker for $150. That's sold to Ken Crooker for $150. There's a lot of moving parts in that one, Tanner. One more. Here's the Kiss Dress to Kill. It has some stuff that I think I can clean off of it. That's why I don't want to put it up for auction. If I can get this to come off and then clean it again, this is a very nice copy. I don't know what that is. There's a better look at it. See that? That's a better look at it. Beautiful inner sleeve, nice cover. I've got to clean that one again. If I can't get that to come off, I'll sell it as is, but that's too nice of a record just to sell as is, and it may be really nice. $49.99 for HUUS. By the way, if anybody wants to make an offer on any of these, go right ahead. Please be my guest. You can go ahead and claim them. Go ahead and make an offer. Somebody said earlier they think they've seen these before. I really don't remember. But I will take offers if we have. So I would love to sell these. Aggression. This is called Aggression, I think. Aggression SSL. It's Alive Records. $59.99. MP for $25. MP for $25. That was let's see. What was that? You might have to spell that out for me. I'll come back to that in just a second. Maybe you can give me a hint. Walls of Jericho. No One Can Save You. $34.99. Picnic of Love. $49.99. Maximum Penalty. I don't even remember reading that one. Maximum Penalty. Crucial Change. Aha. Sell that to Sean for $25. Ramming Speed, No Epitaph. $29.99. Yeah, don't Be afraid to make offers on these. Evil Survives, Power Killer, $29.99. And Lock Up Demonization, says white vinyl. That is $34.99. I'm going to put up our last two auctions of the night. Last two auctions while we go back, finish this crate and go back through it one more time. Let me pull something over here out of a bin we did the other night. Let's do a Credence Cosmos Factory, just a random auction, and let's do the David Bowie Let's Dance. Cosmos Factory CCR. That's a second label, but a very clean copy. Cosmos Factory CCR. Up Around the Bend, Who'll Stop the Rain. This is a great album. Heard it through the grapevine long as I can see the light. Looking out my back door, Run Through the Jungle. This is a $20 start for CCR Cosmos Factory. And then we have a copy of David Bowie Let's Dance. David Bowie Let's Dance. VG Plus, and that is a $10 start. VG Plus on David Bowie Let's Dance. And as I always say, Stevie Ray Vaughan on lead guitar. You can definitely tell it when you know that. Any on sale new vinyl? Yeah, there was two more titles. Give me 1 second though. Let me finish this, or at least go through it one more time. Grave Diggers, $59.99. That's sealed. Grave Diggers, I think that's an original. Behemoth is $39.99. Maximum Penalty Classic 1989 Demo, $39.99. The Mentally Ill, $29.99. Alan Totten on Behemoth. That's sold to Alan Totten. Stomper 98, $29.99. $34.99 for Farewell to Venice. Farewell to Venice, $34.99. Boy, now that's tough to read. Take a look at that. This is called Enterprise Earth. Enterprise Earth, Luciferus. Luciferus, $44.99. And I think the last two records in here was All Hail the Grave Alchemist. All Hail the Grave Alchemist, $27.99. And Lapin Helveti. I can't make that out. $19.99. Okay, David Bowie is at 22 of Gary Samuels. David Bowie is at 22 of Gary Samuels. That's Let's Dance. VG Plus going once, going twice to Gary. Cosmos Factory is at 20 with Joshua Lee Sparks. Joshua has this for 20. That's going twice, going three times. David Bowie's now at 25, so 20 and 25. And do I need to go back through these again? Or are we good? Does anybody want to make an offer? Ryan Rice is at 25 on CCR. Some of these, it'll take me just as long to try to figure out the titles again. But Exorcist, Castrator, Joe Coffey. One more time. Okay. Yeah, so we have Exorcist, Nightmare Theater. Castrator, Defiled in Oblivion. Joe Coffey, Bright as the Stars Were Under. Sheer Terror, Thanks for Nothing. That was the Slapshot, Digital Warfare. Phobia, Resist and Exist. Now we have new stuff in the back that we hadn't priced yet from this collection. I'll tell John to at least do one crate sometime next week. We got some more autograph stuff too. Square One Special. This was the Witch's Hammer. Too Many Skeletons, I can't make that out, but Too Many Skeletons I think may be the name of the album. Aggression, Life is Hard. Larm, Straight on View. Fatal, Soul Burning Steel, A Fatal Retrospective. Guana Bats, The Witch's Hammer was $39.99. $39.99. CCR's at $25, going twice, going three times. David Bowie's at $25 of Kelly Gabney, going twice, going three times. Both of those at $25. Sell Chris Pruitt, The Witch's Hammer for $30. That is sold. Atomizer. That's not right. I don't know why I want to say it so badly. Atomizer. But I feel like there's something in here, the O is pronounced differently. Jared Benoit said $22.99 on The Exorcist. Sell that to Jared Benoit for $22.99. Sold. Zoetrope, Amnesty, $29.99. The Glory Stompers, $39.99. Joshua's at $28 on CCR. Harmony as One, $24.99. Phobia, Crucial Change, So It Begins. Paul Coffin, that doesn't belong in there. Let me put that in a different crate. Now, the rap stuff that's in here, that came from the same collection, but not Paul Coffin. MC Ren of NWA. Half Off. Neon Christ. The Fatal compilation is $34.99. 2017 Holland Press. Eighth and Dawson, I really don't know what this is. Halfway House MCs. Is this the artist? 3.5 and Halfway House MCs. $19.99. John Mincemore wants the Fatal compilation. Fatal compilation. Sheer Terror and Neon Christ for $40. Sheer Terror was a little bit pricier one. I think that one was $75 by itself. So Josh, I don't think I can do that. And then let me figure out what I had on Neon Christ. Where was that one at? I don't think I've got to that one yet. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. This is sealed, $29.99. And then this was $74.99, red and blue splatter. So yeah, we might be, I would do like 55 on that one. And that's, someone had just claimed it a while ago with sticker, but already had it. And I would do 20 on that. So I would do 75 for both of those. Sheer Terror, Neon Christ, 75 for both of those. Ren price, NWA price. That is this one right here. Michael Harrell, that's an EX copy for $94.99. That's an original 1992. MC Ren of NWA. Kiss My Black AZZ. That is $94.99. Let's see here. All right, we can go ahead and sell David Bowie. David Bowie is sold to, that's sold to Kelly Gabney for $25. CCR was $25. And then we had a bid of $28 on CCR, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Joshua Lee Sparks has this for $28, going twice, going 3 times. Ryan says he's out. We had a $30 offer for Grave Diggers. This, I'll sell that for $45, Colin. I'll sell that for $45 if you want it. UYUS, Aggression, Walls of Jericho, Picnic of Love, Ramming Speed, No Epitaph, Evil Survives, Locked Up, Maximum Penalty, The Mentally Ill, Stomper 98, forgot what this one was, Farewell to Venice, All Hell, that was the Enterprise Earth, and Velvet Cadet. No, Tervite Cadet. Okay, MF Doom. I do. MF Doom is still available. Mike Massey on Mentally Ill. That's sold to Mike Massey. Cosmos Factory is sold for $28 to Joshua Lee Sparks. And Chris Pruitt wants the Cadet. Mike Massey got Mentally Ill. The MF Doom, let me figure out where I did with that. My Best Inner Sleeves, a pack of, how much are they? 20. They're, let me go grab them right quick. They're sound sleeves, $23.99. Sound sleeves, $23.99. That's what I was using right here. This is what I use. This is what I put all my records in. That's what I put if I ultrasonically clean anything. That is $23.99. Sean wants MF Doom. That's behind the counter, but I'll get it for him. Ghana Price. Let me figure out which one that was. That's the next hardest thing, is figuring out which one they are. That's Craig. That's $29.99, 1987 UK. Or best offer. Jesse Hood wants a pack of inner sleeves. Anybody else, let me know. What's the Lethal Aggression Life is Hard? And is the Lethal Aggression on red vinyl? Lethal Aggression. Craig said 20. Sell him Guana Bats for $20. And let's see here. What was Lethal Aggression? I'm looking for Lethal Aggression. I may have just skipped it right there. Let me try to find that. Randy just saw the post. Randy, I'm sorry. What I did is I posted, I don't know if y'all know this or not, I posted we wasn't having a sale tonight, and a lot of people already seen it. And what I did is I screenshotted everybody that commented or liked it, and I posted that we were going to have a sale right after that, and I was like, oh no, I bet a lot of people saw that. They're probably not even going to get back on Facebook. And I tagged those people, so my bad. There's probably, even when we had a lot of people watching that, but a lot of people probably didn't know we were back live. Lethal Aggression, I'm sorry, I had trouble finding that one. Let me try it again. I can't find these as quick on the next flip. Aggression. I'm not seeing Lethal Aggression unless, let's see here. Energize Earth. Maximum penalty. Aggression. There's this one. Trying to find the words. Is the Lethal Aggression in front of Skeletons EP. Now I remember that one. That's right here. The word legal is behind it. Lethal. Lethal Aggression, not legal aggression. Lethal Aggression, Life is Hard. This is $34.99. It's a 1988 Germany pressing on red vinyl. Steve Carmichael wants a pack of inner sleeves. John Mintzmoyer, red vinyl, yes. Colin said 35 on Gravediggers. Go ahead and sell that to Colin. Colin, it does have a corner bump down here. See this corner bump? If you're okay with that, it's just where it's sealed. It's been tightly shrink wrapped. Sell that to Colin for 35. Sell this to John for $29.99. And we're going to go get Steve Carmichael pack inner sleeves. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. That wraps up tonight's show. We have another question though. Hold the phone. Price on lockup. Lockup is $34.99, and that was sealed. Sealed white vinyl lockup. And we'll be back Sunday. We got a lot of work to do. I've got, how many crates to key in, Tanner? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. I got tag stuff. I'm going to be here a while. We're going to sell this to Ryan Rice for $30. Ryan, I've announced everybody that I've met today. I met Ryan Rice as well earlier today. And Michael McDowell and Leslie. And Greg Baldwin was in here. So, I do have another crate of this stuff that we've been through before. I can see it right here. So, I may post that in the flip. I may post that as a flip video and just say, hey, if there's anything you see you're interested in, I can tell you a price and you can buy it or make best offer. But that's another crate of, like, I call it punk. Hardcore punk, metal, doom metal, thrash metal, easy punk, hard punk, whatever you want to call it. It's this kind of stuff here. It's all like, it's in the same realm. It's very, it makes you want to punch somebody when you listen to it. All right? That's the kind of music that is. It's not Joni Mitchell, okay? You're not going to kick up your feet in your sunroom. This is like you want to get in a group of people and start punching and shoving people. That's this kind of music here, okay? It's not Chicago, okay? It's not just like close your eyes and relax. Monday night, I'll be back live doing this again. I'll see you then. Thanks for everybody. I got more stuff to post and tag and pre-orders. we got a busy next 48 hours here, even though we're not even live. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to see us. And, yeah. So we'll be here tomorrow at the store, 12 to 5, open if you're local. But other than that, we got a lot of stuff to do. So thanks, everybody, for watching. See ya.